From Spartan Stadium in Connersville, it is high school football as the Greensburg Pirates visit the Spartans for an Eastern Indiana Athletic Conference game. It's the game of the week on TV3. Hi everybody and welcome to a wet Spartan field at Spartan Stadium. We're at the CHS campus. Ron Wiley and Fran Schummel with you, and hoping for a victory for CHS tonight, Ron.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely want to get the first victory of the season at home. We've had that away victory in Richmond, and so definitely would like to have a victory here for the home crowd, the faithful here. You know, we're meeting Hank. We're meeting remnants of Hank, Hurricane Hank. Of course, we don't have the rain as Houston has. There's still our prayers with them, but you know, we got high school football, and the boys love playing in the rain. They love playing in the mud.
How do you know that?
Well, when I was a kid, at least I think they still do. But yeah, this is going to be one of those ball games, Fran, where you know, the rock's going to be very slippery, and you got to be able to possess it and hold on to it very well. And you know, we run the ball a lot, and you know, we need our running backs to hold on to that ball with their life.
Greensburg Pirates, the opponent tonight, a team that has been playing the Spartans beginning in 2013, and this is game number 5 of that series. Of the previous 4, the Spartans have only won 1.
Yeah, we definitely don't have a winning record against them, but this just seems like it's an off season for them right now.
Yes.
So you know, it's right for the picking for us to add to that 1 win total against the Pirates.
They have lost 2 ball games to Shelbyville 31-10 and to Jennings County 42-29. As you mentioned, that's the rarity for Greensburg to begin the season 0-2.
Yeah, it is. I mean, they're a good sports program all around, from basketball with their state titles to their football.
Yes.
Very, very good. Again, this is an off season for them where they're not doing so well. You know, we may catch them. You know, we may catch a break playing them down this season, and it may be something that we definitely need a victory to get back after that 50-point loss to Franklin County last week.
Spartan win has been over Richmond in overtime, 22-16. And they lost to Franklin County in the most recent ball game, 63-13. So I know the Spartans have worked hard all week, hoping to avenge that loss.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, one of the things that was, you know, not on our side was our Achilles heel, was that we just could not muster any offense. I mean, it seemed like we ran the same type of plays over and over again. And, you know, we need to open up the offense. We need to have a passing game. We need to be able to come out of the shotgun. We need to see a more diverse offense this time around, because I tell you what, if we're going to be playing the same plays, it may hurt us.
I'm not sure you'll see a lot of passing out of this team, because Coach Adam Kelly, before the season began, said that he will mostly go by rushing because the team just doesn't have the receivers.
And you know, and that may be the case, because we haven't really seen. There's only been 5 passes all season long.
Yes.
But you know, we definitely got to give Adam Jr. some space back there. It seemed like last week when he was hiking the ball, he was touched by a defender. So we need to give him a little bit of space. Maybe open it up with the shotgun a little bit. But again, you know, the playbook's out the window with this rain and this wet field. And, and you know, we have to adjust to the weather. They're playing Greensburg and the weather, and so is Greensburg.
Franklin County had a great defense set up for the Spartans.
Oh, absolutely. They had a great offensive line as well.
Yes.
The line is what won on both sides of the ball, is what won that game for Franklin County. They were opening up holes for Orshel that we could have ran through. But their passing game was impressive too. They beat us with the passing game. They kept our defense on their toes with a well-rounded offense. And, you know, which was something that Richmond didn't bring to the table. We were able to wear them down defensively. We weren't able to do that against the line of Franklin County.
Both these teams had scored 5 touchdowns in their first 2 ball games, so that makes them even in that statistic. And Greensburg has given up 10 touchdowns. The Spartans have given up 11, so pretty even. Yeah,
it is a pretty. I mean, on paper, it is definitely even, and this is a team that you want to play to get that 50-point loss out of your mouth. But again, we're playing the field. This field is slippery. It's definitely going to be slippery when you handle the ball. So, you know, we need to really control it and be conservative on offense, in a sense that, you know, when our players get the ball, they need to hold it with both hands.
We're at Spartan Stadium tonight, the second straight home game for the Spartans. following tonight, they'll be on the road for a couple of games. They'll be playing at South Dearborn on September the 8th and going to Rushville on September 15th. They'll be back home on the 22nd of September to meet Indianapolis Broad Ripple. It's going to be an interesting ball game because that's the final game of the Spartans be playing Broad Ripple because that school closes after this year.
Wow, I did not know that.
It's one of the Indianapolis schools that they are contemplating closing because of reduced enrollment at Indianapolis, and Jennings County will be replacing them on the schedule.
Wow. Well, that's going to be something that Broad Ripple wants to walk out.
Yes.
Again, and because we beat them in the past quite often, so they definitely want to leave the series with a victory. And so we, again, we have a target next week, and right now we're hungry to get that home victory.
Well, I hope the Spartans will be on a winning streak at that time, Ron.
Yeah, definitely like to see that. Again, last week, one thing that we learned is that the boys were hyped up because we beat Richmond for the first time on their field since 1939. And that really pumped them up. And when they came against Franklin County was excited because, they definitely get picked up with playing us every season. And, they laid the hammer down on us. But we have to we couldn't take the victory with us, and we can't take this loss with us either. So we need to just focus on Greensburg right now, put last week aside, and focus on what we need to do to bring the victory onto our side after this game.
I'm sure the coaching staff of CHS has impressed on the youngsters just what you said.
Absolutely. Yeah, you have to. That's one thing. You can't get too high for a victory, and you can't get too low for one because, you're going to be playing next week. And again, moral victories don't carry much weight, and you can really get down after a loss like that. And you just got to put it aside and come on. Right now, we're playing the Greensburg Pirates.
We'll be starting this ball game here in just a second or two. We're just minutes away from kickoff. First of all, we will be having the coin toss to determine who receives and who kicks off. The captains and co-captains will be meeting with the officials and the center of the Big C here at Spartan Stadium. Well, it's unfortunate that the weather isn't cooperating like it did in the game with Franklin County. It was a beautiful night.
That was like the most perfect game that we've ever had here on this field. And this week is, wow, it's everything you don't want to have happen. But again, I remember playing as a youngster, and we liked playing in the rain, and hopefully it turned into mud. And so I'm sure these guys are very excited, very amped up to avenge that loss from last week.
This is youth football night. I believe at halftime they'll be letting some of the young kids from the elementary schools run onto the field and be recognized here by the folks that are in the stands.
Yeah, Greensburg is finally coming onto the field, and I didn't know if they knew it was time to come on. It's been 12 minutes on the clock for a while now, so they're a little bit behind. But they're doing their final prep with their flag out there, so let's hope that they can come on out here and we can start this ball game.
Yeah, for the warm-up, the Spartans, of course, go to their locker rooms, and the visiting teams always go to their buses to talk strategy of the ball game. And as you say, their buses are on the north end of the parking lot here at Connersville High School, so it takes them a while to get back.
Yeah, especially through this rain. But now finally they're walking out, and then our captains are going to come out as well. And we may have a ball game here in a few minutes, Fran.
It should be getting underway shortly. Here come the captains right now. Numbers 44 for Connersville. And we'll check these guys here in just a second. 58 and 12 and 10. Ron, you want to look over the roster there?
Yeah, Nathan Flowers is a senior. He's number 44. He's 6'1", 175. He plays attack on the defensive end. Number 12 for the Spartans is Donovan Foreman. He's one of our runners. He's one of our guys that can make things happen. James Hensley's number 10. He's a senior, 6'2", 175. He plays tight end and outside linebacker. And number 58 for the Spartans, or number 56, I'm sorry, for the Spartans right there is, no, that's 58. I'm sorry. I can't see that. Shane McLean. He's a junior, 5'11", 190, middle linebacker and guard. So
they have the honor of being the co-captains tonight, and I believe that's determined by how the guys act during the week of practice. I think that's how the captains are chosen.
Yeah, it's a reward. It's a reward system, and good for them.
Spart's going to kick off.
Yeah, definitely the Spartans, want to, again, got to avenge that loss. And one of the things that hopefully was worked on was our defensive our defensive line play. We got, again, manhandled by the offensive line from Franklin County. And, hopefully we have made the correct corrections. And as Greensburg, it looks like they're all fired up and ready to go.
Pirates have attractive uniforms, blue pants and white jerseys with blue numbers, and Spartans, of course, in their white pants, red jerseys, white numerals, white helmets. So pretty colorful scene here tonight.
Yeah, I kind of like our red.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I kind of like our red. So.
Okay, the Spartans break from the huddle. They'll be getting ready to kick off. The ball will be spotted or placed at the 40-yard line, and we will be underway here shortly. Yeah. Kickoff is maybe seconds away, or at least.
Well, we hope so. They're on the field. We talked last week towards the end of the ball game. Du Bois kind of limped off the field, but good to see him out there. That was nothing strenuous. This kid does so much. He is so effective on offense and defense, and that's one thing we got to remember. These kids are generally playing on both sides of the ball.
Yes. Dalton Du Bois will be kicking off. He's number 32. Dalton is a senior at CHS, 5'8", 170, leading rusher for Connorsville.
We're going to miss that kid next year.
Officials taking their position and just about ready to go here.
And not sure exactly. It looks like we're ready to go. No sign from any of the referees, but now they're ready to go.
We're just about set to go.
And Stanner's like, let's go, let's play. I'm anxious for the kids for the game to start. Ooh, that's not a.
And over in a short kick to down to at the 30-yard line and picked up by number 6, who runs wide to the left, gets beyond some Spartans, and finally dropped at about the 41-yard line.
Yeah, that was a nice return there for Greensburg, getting them kind of decent field position. Nice blocking.
Noah Swinehart is their return man, so there he will begin at their own. Where they spun the ball, right at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, you saw right there a lot of red jerseys, but still was able to get 4 or 5 extra yards out of that with that one block there from number 60.
Pretty good field position. Spartans on defense. Here comes the first offensive play by Greensburg, and a pretty good pickup of about 9 yards up close to the 49-yard line of Greensburg.
Yeah, that nice. Look at that. He got a couple yards right there by dragging some of our players, and it looks like he got about 7.
Yeah, 7 to 8 or so.
7, 8.
So
yeah, I
second down coming up.
Yeah, I thought he got a little bit more than that as well.
I thought so too. But that's where the ball is spotted by the official. Yeah, almost at midfield. There's a pitch out to the near side.
I saw a hold.
Cuts a corner and gets across the 50 to about the 45-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like there was a hold, but it looks like nobody called anything. As we see right here, look, you may see right here on the bottom of the screen somebody getting held, but no, not right there. But again, that was a nice job running right there, kind of shaking off our defender who got a hand on us and. Getting those extra yards.
It was Vincent Pavey. He's a 5'6" junior at Newcastle at Greensburg High School. Comes a snap from center and into the Spartans line across the 45 to about the 44-yard line.
Again, last week, again, going back to last week, it talked about it earlier in the pregame, is our defensive line just didn't make that push, didn't really hamper the offensive line for Franklin County. And right now it looks like Greensburg, they're pretty confident, they're pretty satisfied with this drive so far. Need a couple of stops like that.
Like a 2nd and 7 coming up for the Pirates. Spartans defense trying to tighten up.
Wow.
Here's a guy getting loose and down to the 30-yard line. Connors before he's dragged down.
Yeah, that's just
carried by Logan Schaefer.
Yeah, that's just a power move right there, Fran. If you notice, he grabbed the ball and immediately put both hands on it, and that lane was wide open for him.
Greensburg continue to pile up some yardage here on the first series of plays in this ball game. Just underway at Spartan Stadium.
Power running right there. Look at that. nice blocking there from his line, and he was able to get 2-3 yards the hard way. I mean, this kid's going to feel it tomorrow already. Yeah, again, right now we're getting,
at the 26-yard line, and
looks like they got a little offset wishbone sort of.
play up into the Spartans line. Not much of a gain, if any.
No, I look like he may have. They said they gained about 2 or 3. What? Wow, look like they gained about 2 or 3 yards.
On the 24-yard line. It's going to be a 3rd and about 3.
Yeah, I thought they gave him more yards than what he got, but again, this is their first 3rd down. They've been really efficient on their 1st and 2nd downs. This is their first 3rd down. We need to stop them right here.
Been on the ground, no pass in the ball game yet.
Yep.
Here's a drive to the 20-yard line, and the ball carrier is forced back by the Spartans to about the 22. Let's see where the officials place the ball down.
Nice clogging up the lane right there, and then once they got the hands on the runner, look at it, we'll pull his uniform apart, and he got some help as 58 comes in, and then another help from the Spartans right there. That's good defense right there for the Spartans. Good teamwork right there.
Logan Schaefer was a ball carrier, and they have a 4th down coming up, and around a yard, maybe a little bit over a yard.
Yeah, it makes sense for them to go for it right here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they don't have the leg.
Deep in Spartan territory.
Yeah, you're looking at about a 40-yard field goal if they went for it, and it looks like we
Handoff,
got
the
it.
line may have held.
Yeah.
Carrier down to the 20-yard line. Good defense by Connersville.
Very good.
Last couple of plays.
Yeah, very good defense. Again, was just talking right before that stoppage right here. Again, right, the defense gets in. Look at that. I mean, right there, number, I couldn't see what number it was, but clogged up the center, pushed him back, and our boys, 60 comes in, and we were able to just gang tackle right there. And that's something we didn't see last week.
Spartans take over on downs, Ron.
Yeah, and we didn't see that last week. Again, bend, don't break. That's the philosophy of any good defense.
So Greensburg gambled on a 4th and 1 and lost.
Yeah, Spartans
now
won on
let's
that
see
one.
what the Spartans can do at their own 20 is where they're at right now. Maybe a pickup of 2 or 3.
Yeah, not sure if they're going to give him 2. It looks like they're only going to give him about 1.5.
That's right, not as many as I thought.
Yeah.
They went into the right side of the line of Greensburg, trying to find a hole, unable to.
Yeah, again, the few times that we were successful against Franklin County is when we pitched it either to the left or right. We were able to spread out their defense a little bit. When we went inside, we had very few plays that were successful. Let's see if we, go back to what was winning last week.
It's another drive into the line of Greensburg, but the Pirates.
Yeah, they clogged it up.
Yes. They knew what was coming, so to speak.
Yeah, look at that, right?
Player down for a 2nd here on the Spartans. The officials are going to signal for a timeout as
let's see what happened to 72 right there.
Connersville. That's Shane Smith, who was shaken up on that play. He's going to come out of the ball game. He'll be replaced by Carter James.
Yeah, it looked like he just got hit the wrong way on his leg a little bit. He's tough. He's shaking it off.
I'm sure he'll be okay.
Oh yeah, he'll be back. He didn't need any help coming out. He's still standing up. So again, a 3rd and long is something that we were on repeat last week. This is something we can't get into.
8 yards needed by the Spartans to keep control of the football here, and they.
Oh, that's a nice run, and he may be gone. He's gone.
That's
a beautiful run.
And come upfield, he's at the 20, the 10, and he's into the end zone.
Fantastic run right there from DuBois. And, again, we talked about the yards after contact with Greensburg, and they had quite a few. DuBois was all but stopped. I mean, that lane should have opened up right there. Look at it. He has a little bit of a lane, but he's touched right there and has to leap over one of our guys. And again, just spun out of the defender right there. And once he did, his eyes were wide open. You could tell. That kid, it was nothing between him and the house.
It's a great run, and we quickly checked the field to see if any yellow flags are out there, and there aren't any. So it's a touchdown. The Spartans up 6-0.
That is something that we definitely need. That was a beautiful run right there from DuBois, and he's going to kick the extra point.
First time this season the Spartans have scored first run.
Wow. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yes.
And that was blocked.
Blocked point after try, so it is not good. Score made Connersville 6 and Greensburg nothing. We're in the opening period of play here at Spartan Stadium. 7:18 shows on the clock. Good drive by the Spartans.
Yeah, very good. I mean, good in the sense that we scored, and that's all you want to have happen. You want to score, but there were some times where Greensburg got the penetration. They got the upper hand on our offensive line. But I mean, that was all Du Bois right there. That was all Dalton. He saw that little bit of a lane, had to hurdle one of our guys, and then kind of just spun out of the defender, and that was great work on that guy. I mean, again, what I'd like to see a little bit more is we need our offensive line to open up the lanes a little bit more, so that way he won't have to work so hard. But again, that was a fantastic. I mean, that was one of the best runs that we've seen in a long time.
He places the ball at the 40-yard line, and he'll be kicking off for the second time to the Greensburg Pirates.
Yeah, good defense. Again, a lot of times when the defense does well, where we had that stop right there against Greensburg, turned it over on downs, it amps the offense up. They get excited.
Have to give credit to his teammates because they opened up some holes for him.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And he was on his way.
Yep.
It's a good kick taken at the 10-yard line by Greensburg Boy, running to the far side. Nice tackle by Connersville.
Yeah, James Hensley, he's a senior, and that was a great whooping tackle there from Hensley. Yeah, very good.
So Greensburg will be starting at the 19-yard line as well as officials will spot the ball down. So let's see what the Pirates do this time. Connersville out in front, 6-0. Here come the Pirates breaking from their huddle, lining up. Tight formation.
Greensburg's got to be, again, they had a
snap
decent
from
drive.
center, guy getting free, and finally the Spartans catch him, but not before he gets to the 38-yard line. Nice run by a Pirate.
Yeah, that was a very nice run. I mean, he got through his lane right there very, very quickly. And, a little bit misdirection right there. And, again, nice hold, nice blocking downfield right there. And, I tell you, number 11 for the Spartans, Caleb Weaver, he's a sophomore. He's going to have his eyes wide open to stop these long runs.
Ball carrier was Vincent Pavey. Here comes the play by the Pirates, but the Spartans drag the ball carrier down over at the 42-yard line.
Now it looks like he dragged us for about 4 or 5 extra yards. It looked like he was stopped kind of sort of right at the line, but again, power running for Greensburg, and when you're powerful like that, you wear out a defense pretty quickly.
About a 2nd and 5 coming up for the Pirates, their own 42-yard line. See if the Spartans defense can hold. Here comes the play, and
nice misdirection.
I think they did.
Yeah, we got maybe about a yard, if that.
Yes, not much. It's going to be a 3rd down for the Pirates. I think, right, maybe a half a foot or so.
Yeah, if that. Yeah, that was good defense right there for the Spartans.
We'll keep it at 3rd and 5 for Greensburg. Their own 43-yard line.
Good. Right now, I mean, they're definitely going to punt. I mean, they won't go for it this time.
Tight formation.
You got to stop them. As the faithful starting to come alive.
Going long.
Yeah, long.
He's down to 3-2. He just waited till 1 second on the clock.
That's
Spartans held, I believe.
Yeah. Very good defense from the Spartans right there. I the last couple of times where we've seen such good, defensive line right now, and the Spartans are winning the battle at the line so far as they're forced to punt.
4th and 3 for the Pirates at their own 44-yard line, so they will punt. Nice snap from center, but
great
the ball carrier brings it down and gets a good one that comes down at around the 18-yard line, rolls around, and finally will be down at the 19-yard line.
Yeah, that was a fantastic punt.
Make that 14-yard line.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I was believing it too. Yeah, it was a fantastic punt there, forcing us into horrible territory, which we didn't have good territory last time, stopping them deep into our territory.
That's right. So we're beginning of just about where we started the last time.
Yeah. So let's take this again. The momentum clearly on the Spartans, and when the defense holds up like that, the offense they're amped up and ready to go.
Even 5 minutes on the clock here in the first quarter.
Very fast-paced first quarter.
Spartans.
Nice run. Will Foreman, he's gone. That's another touchdown.
Donovan Foreman, number 12, leading the pack up forward, and he will not be caught as the Spartans score for the second time here as well.
That was awesome. Again, what we talked about earlier before the ball game is that our line needed to win the battle. And look at this lane right here, Fran. That's a nice block there from Dubois, and Foreman. I mean, that was it. I mean, he's 5 yards and he's gone. That was a perfect opening play right there for that series, and great blocking, fundamental blocking right there at its finest.
Okay, extra point try coming up. Let's see the Spartans, if they're successful this time. They're going to not kick the football this time, but try for a 2-point conversion. Here's the pitch out to Dubois. Goes to his right, and he's caught and dragged down. So for the second time, Spartans fail on their point after try run.
Yeah, not liking that. That could come back to haunt us. But again, we scored twice, and I like to play. I like to play calls. We spread it out a little bit, but unfortunately, Greensburg was all over us, and the boy didn't get in. But these boys got to feel very good about these first two possessions resulting in long runs and scores.
Oh, this is really a treat for the Spartan fans.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a huge treat for the Spartan fans. I mean, especially after last week. Again, we talked about we're bringing it up because but the kids, we don't talk about, last week was over. So we're pretty excited.
Kind of similar to what Franklin County did against the Spartans. They scored 4 times in the first period last week.
Yeah, they sure did. And
who knows what may happen here? We have 4 minutes and 46 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm very impressed with our offensive line so far, and our defensive line as well. I mean, the way that we're able to again, they've had a couple good plays, but we haven't broken so far on defense, and that's carried over on our offense.
This has to be a confidence builder run.
Oh, without question. I mean, especially runs like that. I mean, runs like that is when you fundamentally know how to block and do your assignments. I mean, that's supposed to happen.
Here's a kick taken by the Greensburg boy at the 25-yard line, and finally be brought down or forced out of bounds around the 40.
Now let's keep going with what we've done defensively wise the first 2 series of Greensburg. Again, we've given up 8, 9, 10-yard run, but we've been able to stop when it's mattered.
Greensburg will be starting at their own 38-yard line. Spartans spread their defense as Greensburg spreads their offense, sends a man wide to the near side.
Oh, that's a nice
picked up by a guard. There's a pass that is.
Yeah, it was a nice. I mean, that was a nice play there, Fran. 43 had it. It's just it went right through his hands.
Right, incomplete pass.
Yeah,
that's the first pass of the night.
That's the first pass of the
night.
Yeah. As you see, I mean, 43 had his hands on it, but that's a slick football out there.
Yes, they change footballs after every play, I believe.
Yeah, but it's still raining. It's raining on it right now.
2nd and 10 for the Pirates, again at their own 43-yard line.
I got him.
Snap from center. He's actually at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, he may got him.
He gets there 20 and pushed back to the 35.
Yeah, they're going to give him a couple yards on that, but still a 3rd and long, and that's what you want. You want a 3rd and long. Again, like our defensive line play so far, Fran.
So far, I mean, couldn't ask for any better defense.
No, not at all. I mean, and that's, again, you talked about what Kelly may have been working on with the boys, and definitely that was one of the things he definitely had worked on.
Yes. Ball spotted at the 40, so it's a 3rd and 8 for Greensburg. Rolling up for a pass, and that is tipped by the intended receiver, and nobody around but the Spartans to get to it before it hits the ground. So it goes as a Another incomplete pass.
Yeah, again.
Fourth down coming up, and punt time for Greensburg.
You know, Greensburg has pretty much abandoned the running play, and they don't look very comfortable passing the ball, especially with this rain going on. So that was, kudos to us. That's a victory. That's not good.
Snap from center, and
that kid he's
finally
got a leg.
Finally,
that's going in the end zone.
Boy punts it rolls into the end zone. And finally down by the Greensburg player, be brought out to the 20, I believe.
Yeah, I thought it was going to get blocked there for a moment, but that kid's got a cannon for a leg.
He has. I mean, he had reds all around him and was able to get a good punt off.
Yeah, he may be the best punter we've seen in a very, very long time. I mean, I think you had a leg like that when you were playing, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah. It's nothing new to you.
The ball be put at the 20-yard line. A couple of Greensburg players tried to down that ball before it got into the end zone, but they were unsuccessful, so it's brought out to the 20.
And once that ball hit the ground, it just flew into the end zone.
They would have really liked to have down it at about the 3 or 4 probably.
Yeah, maybe at the 1.
Anyway, Spartans go on the offense.
You know, Spartans got to be feeling good after those first 2 series. Oh, wow, he got.
Here's a play that is into the Greensburg left side of their line. And
where'd he come from?
I don't know.
I mean, somebody blew an assignment on that, because I tell you what, he's not even. I don't even know where he's at on their list, but I tell you,
it'll be a loss on the play, so the Greensburg line held that time.
Yeah, that's a Logan Schaefer.
The 2nd and 14 for Connersville, as Adam Kelly Jr. comes over to talk to his dad, the head coach, and get the play.
Yeah, that was the first blown assignment for the Spartans there, but they still got to be feeling good, Fran. Oh, that's not good.
Pitched out to
I think Greensburg may have it.
But he, I think, bobbles the ball or he never gets to him. And a couple of players down, one for each
Greensburg
team.
has it.
Big mistake.
It looks like Kelly is down.
Big turnover.
Kelly's down, and then we have
the officials are going to signal a timeout as
we got 2 players down, one for Greensburg and then Kelly.
Yeah, they each have a player down.
Yeah, their guy's getting helped off. He's kind of limping a little bit. And
Kelly is up now. He's going to he's come out of the ball game and be replaced probably.
I'm not sure what happened on that.
I'm not sure either.
Yeah, that was just, probably on that play, instead of tossing it to Du Bois, just take the down right there. But again, that's a lesson that can be learned. And I'm not sure, what happened to him. He looks like his, I can't tell which leg, maybe his left leg.
Seems to be favoring it. First big break of the ball game goes to the Pirates, though, as they have it in Connersville territory at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, they're offside. Well, I was going to say, where's the flag?
Here's yellow flag flies. Play stops. It's illegal procedure against the Greensburg team. So it is cost them 5. It's to the 20-yard line. They'll repeat first down.
Yeah, it didn't look like they were going to throw the flag there for a second.
First and 15 for the Pirates. Deep in Connersville territory, as deep as they've been.
Yeah. Well, we stopped them their first series, I think.
Oh, that's right.
Inside the 10, yeah. So this, definitely, they didn't want this to happen.
Here comes the snap from center. Ball carrier gets to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, that was a good power run right there for Greensburg. And again, it looks like there's not a huge running lane. It just looks like he's just barreling his way through. Look at that right there. I mean, that's where fundamental says that you keep your legs moving. And that guy kept his legs moving and gained a couple extra yards on that and carried some Spartans with him. That's going to wear our defense down if we keep doing that.
It's a 2nd and 9 for Greensburg in Connersville territory. Comes the snap.
There's a nice, yeah.
Oh, nice defense by the Spartans. Who was that? Number 23 got in there, Ron.
Number 23 for the Spartans got in there, and I tell you, he got in there pretty quickly. He was not fooled by that at all. As you see right here, kind of a little bit of misdirection. Didn't see any lane, and 23 didn't bite at all. That's Braden Schaefer. He didn't bite at all.
Loss on the play back to the 16-yard line. So 3rd down coming up. 3rd and 12 they will call it.
So 3rd and long, and they'll definitely probably go for this. They won't have, I don't think they have anybody with a leg to be able to kick that would be almost a 35-yarder.
See if the Spartans defense can hold here. Here's the snap from
Yeah, that's
center.
another.
And the ball carrier
Yeah.
gets close to the first down. He may be inside the.
Yeah, he definitely he may have got the first down.
Inside the 10, right? It's going to be a 1st and goal for the Pirates.
Yeah, I mean, that was an almost identical play, except this time he handed the ball off to the running back, number 34, and you know, that was a nice, again, they went right back to that same play.
That's Logan Schaefer carrying the ball for Greensburg.
Yeah.
Here comes the snap from center. Spartans,
Schaefer, the ball carrier.
I think, line hold.
Very
Very little gain. Let's see what the officials rule.
Yeah, it looked like they're going to give about 2 yards. Yeah, it looks like he may be on the 2. You know, again, handing the ball off at the last minute, that's power running right there. I mean, that's just, I mean, this guy is carrying, you know, his blockers and also the Spartans with him as well, it looks like.
2nd and goal for the Pirates. Near the end of the first period here tonight. Spartans right now have a 12-0 lead, but it's in danger of changing,
yeah.
And it will, as rolling into the end zone is the ball carrier, and that's down for the Pirates.
Yeah, a little misdirection on the other side, kind of, you know, fooled our defense as they, you know, I mean, we could have ran into there. That was a perfect call there for Greensburg as they're going to punt.
Vincent Pavey was the ball carrier that got into the end zone. They'll try a point after kick.
You know, you got to think that they're very confident in their play calling as they, you know, came back with the same play that, you know, we stopped them cold and they produced that long, you know, 3rd down.
Well, they forced a turnover and the Spartans,
they took advantage of it.
Coughed up the football deep in their own territory, and Greensburg took advantage of it.
Yeah, sure did, and that's, you know, that's what you do. You know, you create a turnover, you reward your offense, or your offense rewards that play by the defense. As I'm looking on the sideline, and you see Adam Kelly Jr. Walking with a limp.
Extra point is good. 12-7 is the score in favor of Connersville.
I tell you what, this has been a very fast first quarter. Very fast.
Greensburg getting ready to kick off to CHS.
We haven't seen us run it back in a while.
That would
be nice to have a run back right now. Yeah, we've had some long touchdowns.
That's right. Okay, the ball placed on the 40-yard line by the Greensburg kicker. Half a minute left here in the first period of play.
Yeah, Greensburg has to feel good about finally getting on the scoreboard. I mean, that was just a very power running.
End over end, and it will be taken by Connersville at the 10, 15, 20.
He's going backwards.
And finally brought down is the ball carrier for Connersville.
Yeah, he's running that ball, and I'm seeing all white jerseys around him. He's like, I got to do something.
Ball will be at their own 15-yard line for the Spartans.
Yeah, we've not had good field position at all,
no.
Fran. We've not had good field position at all tonight. And again, we've scored twice on those long runs by Foreman and Dubois. That fantastic run by Dubois, and Foreman's just blitzing through their lane. But, you know, we can't expect that to happen every time.
That's right.
So we need better field position as the game goes on.
Up into the center of the line for Greensburg, and not sure if it's a gain or not. Maybe not much. Going to be a 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't think that. Yeah, they didn't give them anything.
2nd and 10.
Alec Atkins is under center as he's a 5'10" sophomore.
Yes, he's in his 2nd year at CHS. He saw some action in the varsity last year as a freshman.
That's the end of the first quarter.
12 minutes on the clock as we will be beginning the second quarter here tonight. At the end of the first period at Spartan Stadium, it is Connersville 12.
Give us the points, Fran.
What I'm saying, and Greensburg 7. So second quarter coming up, but right now we'll take a break here on the TV3 Game of the Week.
The Hope Center would love to partner with you. I'm always looking for people who believe in Hope's mission. 19 years later, our mission continues to be to provide physical, emotional, and spiritual support while empowering individuals and families to make life-affirming decisions. I would love to meet one-on-one with you to explain all of Hope's services. Any monthly gift given will bring hope to our community. Remember, hope can change everything.
Second quarter about to begin here at Connersville tonight. Spartans with a 5-point lead.
First play here in the second quarter, and well, that's
second
not good.
10, and the Spartans.
Well, they're trying to put him in the end zone.
Won't go any place.
And we look like we have another guy down. That's Atkins. I don't like to see that happen.
That's our quarterback.
Yeah, he's getting up. He's tough. Looks like he's grabbing his side a little bit as he's running over to see a play. You know,
a loss on the play of Connersville is going to be a 3rd down and 12.
Yeah.
In their own territory. Spartans need to get one of those runs, Ron.
Yeah, we definitely need one of those. We need to pull that out right now. And again, aside from those, well, the run from Foreman was the first play of that series, so that was fantastic. But other than those 2 long runs, we really haven't done anything.
No, I think Greensburg has changed their strategy a little bit on defense.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, they're bringing. If you notice, they're bringing a lot of people in the box. There's I thought it was a pass, but
to the 15-yard line, 14. Very short game by Connersville.
And this is going to give Greensburg excellent field position.
Yes. It's a 3rd down coming up. Ball spotted at the 15-yard line of Connersville. 4th down coming up.
Yeah.
One behind.
Well, we should go by what you say. That would be. Give us another one. Yeah, again, just not a good series there for the Spartans. They, just couldn't get anything. They couldn't get any push on the defensive line as Greenberg. As you say, Fran, as you pointed out, it looks like they've made some adjustments.
Yes. There's a punt.
I don't know why you would do that.
Going to come down at the 35-yard line and
wow,
roll
they got a little
to
bit better than we thought.
46-47. Spartans pretty lucky on that play.
Yeah, it just seems like every time we punt, we always try to go to out of bounds. I don't know why we would do that. We've hurt ourselves many times with that.
Okay, Greensburg will be taking over in Connersville territory.
It'll
be at the 46-yard line.
And we know what happened last time that they got the ball in our territory. They scored. So, Greensburg, definitely we talk about the pendulum swinging, the momentum swinging. They got to be feeling good right now. Scoring last time on that turnover from us, and now they've got field position that we've never had. We haven't had good field position.
That's right. Snap from center. Ball carrier drags some Spartans with him to about the 41-yard line. It'll be a pickup of about 5 on the play.
And you've said that quite a few times tonight, Fran. Drag the Spartans with him. I mean, this kid is a power runner. Watch him grab that ball. He's got 2 hands with him. And, again, 2 guys right there on him, and he gets a couple extra yards. And, again, that's what you do. That's fundamental. If they're not grabbing your legs, you keep your legs moving. And he definitely does that. And it takes 2-3 guys to bring that guy down.
2nd and 5 for the Pirates in Connersville territory at the 42. Tight formation by the Pirates. Handoff to number 34, and he picks up a little bit of yardage. Logan Schaefer.
Yeah, Schaefer is a workhorse. Just give that ball to that guy, and
3rd and short coming up for Greensburg.
He'll make something happen. We talked about Greensburg adjustments. What adjustments are we making?
Yes.
you know, again, we still have the lead. We've been known to stop them, and we have stopped them. This is a very important third down. I would believe that they would go for it if it got to, this is 4-down territory for sure. They're going to go for it.
Third and about 2 for the Pirates, and
that's
guy getting free, and he's too.
Wow, he may be it. That's unbelievable. I don't understand that. That was a fantastic run, and there was 3 or 4 guys that I thought for sure would make the play, and he just outran them.
Yeah, he penetrated that line of Connorsville, and
yeah. I mean, look at that 41 leading through right there. I mean, he just not much of a hole, but just enough. And right here we got 3. I don't know. Yeah, that was just not. You go for the hips. He tried to tackle him high, and that's.
Joey Woods was the ball carrier who made the TD, and the extra point is good. So the Pirates are not making too many mistakes, Ron.
No, they're not right now. I mean, they textbook. I mean, that was textbook right there, and again, just not good tackling on the Spartans right there. But again, we got a long way to go, and this pendulum does swing.
Yes. 9:19 on the clock as Greensburg scores the first touchdown of the second quarter.
But those 2 scores, if they've got the last 2 scores, they've had excellent field position.
Yes.
We have not had field position. I mean, I don't think we've started outside the 20. I mean, it seemed like we've gotten the ball inside the 20. This may be our best field position of the night when we get this kickoff.
Okay, the Pirates will be kicking off. Ball spotted at the 40-yard line. A little over 9 minutes left to play in the first half tonight here at Spartan Stadium. This is the game of the week on TV3.
The Spartans definitely want to get that ball and have much better field position than what they've had before.
The kicker is Ben Bosback, a sophomore at Greensburg. Where's number 16? Places the ball down and ready to kick off to Connorsville. Greensburg with their first lead of the ball game. It is out of bounds at the 20-yard line, the 19. See where the rest finally place it down, as the Spartans will be, again, as you point out, deep in their own territory, Ron.
Yeah, but at least it's a lot better than what we had before. Believe it or not. I mean, we've not had good field position all night. This is it's the best that we've had, and we're going to be at the 35, which. Again, we've not had that all night. We've had, I think the last time we started was inside the 15. And so let's see what we can do. It's, take our time and do what we did those first 2 series where we scored, and let's let our offensive line do its job.
Well, let's see what the Spartans do this time in their offensive plays coming up. Here's the snap from center. And a loss on the play as the ball carrier is caught at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, it just seems like right now Greensburg they have all eyes on the ball, and they're not being fooled at all.
Ball will be at the 30-yard line. That's 2nd and 15 coming up for Connorsville.
Yeah, that's talk about good field position, and
yes,
we want to go the other way.
Didn't last too long, did it?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Greensburg has really tightened up their defense in this
ball
they
game
have after they fell behind by a couple of touchdowns.
Yeah, they have. They don't want to make those mistakes because when we've gotten a lane, we've taken advantage of it.
Play coming to the near side, taken off by Du Bois, and boy, he is smothered by
another loss
guys in blue and white. He got no blockers there. Opened up a hole for him, and another loss on the play, down now to the 26-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, we got that. We didn't get like a blocking in the back right there, but too many white jerseys in that frame right there, Fran.
3rd and 17 for the Connorsville Spartans, so they really need a big gain right now to keep from being forced to punt.
Yeah, and then that would be nice field position for Greensburg if we do it again. Nice little misdirection right there.
A little bit of a gain, but not nearly enough. It gets to about the 31-yard line. So another punt coming up by Connorsville.
Yep, another punt, and again, going to be decent field position for Greensburg. Again, you can feel the tide has swung, definitely in Greensburg's position, and they have tightened up their defense a little bit.
Yes.
That's something that
Yes.
we went the opposite direction.
That's right. Here's a punt. This one will be taken at the 36-yard line. And
I think it was a fumble.
Carrier is dropped at the 44.
I'm not sure who got that ball, but that definitely was a fumble. Yeah, Greensburg has it.
They're unpiling, and
maybe there wasn't. Some of the guys up here were calling for a fumble, but Greensburg definitely has that.
They lose football.
It looked like it, but nonetheless, Greensburg has it. So,
and they'll be at their own 43-yard line as they get the ball again, as the Spartans unable to score on their series.
Yeah. Again, good field position for Greensburg,
Yes.
and we had it at the 35 and went the other way. And maybe we need to start at the 10 because that's when we do good things.
That's right. We were deep in our own territory when we had 2 long runs by the Spartans in the opening period.
Oh, that's a good run.
There's a ball carrier getting free and finally dragged down, but not before he moves the ball to about the 26-yard line of Connersville.
Yeah, that's the first play where he wasn't grabbed at the line of scrimmage, and he had a nice lane right there. And
that's Logan Schaefer for the Pirates. Another 1st and 10 for Greensburg.
And watch him grab the ball with both hands right there as he's starting to, there he goes. He's starting to grab it as soon as he's starting to feel like he's going down. He's grabbing it with both hands. He wants to hold on to that ball with dear life.
1st and 10 at the Connersville 27-yard line for Greensburg. Up to the middle of the Spartans line, and maybe get a gain. Let's see where they move the ball.
Yeah, look how you got about maybe 5.
Looks like it, yeah. 2nd and 5 coming up. Spartans defense just unable to stop Greensburg.
No, not at all. And again, he's almost literally carrying us on his back for a lot of those yards. I mean, this kid's going to be tired but maybe our defense is too from I mean, this kid is a power runner. That's a
loose
fumble.
Ball. Let's see who's got it. Let's get a signal
I think
here.
I think Greensburg,
I think a Greensburg boy fell on the ball.
Yeah,
yes,
their signal,
rule.
See, just right. I mean, the center didn't even get to him, and the quarterback, he saw the rock right there, and he's jumped right on it.
So a 3rd down coming up. No gain on the play, so it'll be still 5 yards needed by the Pirates to pick up a 1st and 10.
Very important 3rd down right here again.
Yes,
I think
it is.
They'll definitely be going forward on 4th down. Need a loss right here. Need our defense to get fired up.
Well, both teams have fumbled one time tonight. The difference is Greensburg recovered the Spartans' fumble.
Right, yeah.
But the Pirates recovered their own fumble.
Yeah, and they made us pay.
Yes, yes. There's the ball carrier, number
24.
24.
Yeah, look at this.
He's 1st and 10.
That's
and
unbelievable.
Dragging 4 or 5 Spartans with him to almost the 5-yard line.
That's Joey Woods. I mean, that guy is the smallest guy on the field. He's 5'9", 150, and I think that's with his uniform on. And look at him. He's dragging the guys 10 yards. I mean, that is unbelievable. Of course, he's got a lot of his guys pushing him. But again, look at those legs. Look at those legs move. I mean, if you're watching this, that's what you do when you have guys on your, you got to get somebody on the legs right there to stop him. I mean, that is fundamental football right there, Fran.
The 2nd and goal coming up for the Pirates, as they threaten to score for the 3rd time here tonight.
Yeah, you talk about, I mean, that's, power running football.
Yes.
It looks like we call a timeout.
Yeah, the coaching staff wants to talk it over with the Spartans defender. We're just under 5 minutes left to play in the first half of tonight's ball game. Connersville has had a 12-0 lead at one time, but Greensburg has scored 14 unanswered points.
Yeah, and they've done it. They've done it with just power. I mean, that's the only word we can describe their running is power running. Whereas last week against Franklin County, they had some finesse, a lot of. I mean, the guy was not touched half the time. These guys, You know, and I'm sure Adam's out there, and he's probably talking to him. You know, you got to stop them. You have to. When you wrap them up, they got to come down. I mean, that's the name of the game. Let's not have them drag us 10 yards. Because that wears us out. I mean, that wears the defense out so much. You know, wears us out so much.
Okay, timeout's about over here, and the teams will break from their coaches, and let's see what the Pirates do.
Yeah, Adam was not happy with his kids, and hopefully, you know, what he says, you know, puts a little fire under them.
Ball will be at the 6-yard line, 2nd and goal. And
nice.
I think the Spartans defenders held this time, Ron.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's, you know, I like it when we have a lot of guys in red around the ball and it's going the other way. Grab the legs. That's how they stop running. And that was number 34, who's, I mean, just power running. Again, get number 60, get him around the waist and wait for his teammates to come on in.
3rd down coming up.
And number 60 for the Spartans, Dylan run.
Ball at the 5-yard line of Connersville. Here's the snap from center.
Oh, that's good.
Greensburg.
That's
and another good defensive move by the Spartans as they force the ball carrier back to about the 9.
Yeah, again, I'm not sure what kind of leg their guy has, but again, whatever Adam Kelly said to his team, you know, lit a fire in them, and
that worked on the last 2 plays.
Yeah. So it looks like they're going to go for it.
Now there's no action from the sidelines like getting set for a field goal try. So
like if they do try for a field goal, it'll only be about a 24-yarder.
I'm a little surprised that they are.
No, I'm surprised they're not. I mean, 24 is very makeable here in high school.
And we've seen some pretty good kicks by
this
Greensburg team.
Yeah. Yeah, we have.
Well, they're going to go for it.
Got to stop them. That's.
No, here's a flag.
Yeah, and I think Greensburg was offside on that.
2 flags on the field by the officials. 3 flags on the field. So they all saw it.
Yep. Oh, they're picking the looks like the other picking the flag up.
Right there.
Yep. Yeah, it looks like they're picking the flag up, and there's. Well, I thought somebody called timeout. Yeah, it looks like there's
4th down coming up for Greensburg. I think the Pirates called for a timeout.
I think they did.
I believe so. Now the team's finally going over to meet with their coach. Kind of unusual the way that happened.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, they had 3 flags down. It looked like they were picking it up. So
yes.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
3:24 on the clock here in the first half of play. Greensburg got it for him by a couple of points. Timeout's over. Play about to be resumed. Let's see what happens there.
Yeah, they are definitely,
Right now, they will go for the field goal.
Yeah, that's going to be a 25-yarder. And again, these guys got some legs.
Snap from center. It's on its
way.
That's
and definitely
it looks
good.
like it's good.
Yep. Yeah, they may be able to kick about a 35-yarder. I mean, yeah. Yeah, and that's something that you know, you got that in your pocket because you don't very seldom see field goals in high school football. I mean, that right there is an extra weapon for you.
3-point field goal gives them a 17-12 score. 3:24 on the clock here in the first half. Greensburg gets ready to kick off again to Connersville.
I think on that misunderstanding, I think they called timeout before the flag was thrown, and I don't think anybody saw it, or except one of the officials.
Well, let's see what the Spartans can do here with 3:24 remaining in the first half.
Yeah, again, you know, I mean, this is definitely not out of the ball game, Fran, obviously. It's just something that, you know, we got to get the momentum back, especially right now. We'll get the ball coming into the 3rd quarter, so that's good. So, you know, what we need to do is definitely score right here. We need to get on the scoreboard.
The kicker for Greensburg has the ball at the 40. Here's boot. It's headed for the 15-yard line, picked up by the Spartans, and number 15 brings that ball upfield for CHS. It's Skylar Hentz who returns the kick to the 28-yard line.
Almost lost his leg right there where it would have been down. So, you know, again, definitely got plenty of time, 3:15 to go. I think we have only used one timeout, so we're definitely, you know, let's score right here, Fran.
Connersville at their own 28 is where they begin play.
Yeah, again, not the best field position we've had, but, you know, better than what we've had.
Here's a snap from center. Kelly is back in at quarterback.
That's good to see.
Handoff by Adam, and goes nowhere. May have lost a play, yard on the play.
Yeah, definitely got to make some more positive yards than that. You know, 3-4 yards may not be enough.
Well, they're giving him a yard, a pickup of 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Yeah. And again, got to figure out a way. You know, they made a slight adjustment. Obviously, defensively wise, we need to make that adjustment. Offensive line.
Handoff and into the line of Greensburg. The ball carrier from Connersville gets across the 30 to about the 32, but that's it.
Yeah, that's another 3rd and not quite medium, but not quite long, but it's another 3rd down that is longer than you want it to be.
Donovan Foreman tried to find a hole in that line of Greensburg, but wasn't able to. And
yeah, I mean, right there, Fran. I mean, if you look at that replay right there, I mean, if that were the Spartans, the guy with his legs still running would have got 5 more yards. They went right after Foreman's leg. I mean, when they had a couple guys on his shoulders and one guy on his legs, and he wasn't going anywhere.
3rd and 5 for Connersville, and a play that gets to about the 35-yard line. So another punting situation for Connersville.
Yeah, I would definitely punt. I wouldn't go for it right here only because I think they have 2 timeouts as well.
Yes.
And so you don't want to give them, with that good field position, 147 to go with 2 timeouts. You don't want them, but I don't know. I think Adam may have called timeout. I don't know who did.
Once again, the Pirates defense held her on. I mean, Spartans having a lot of difficulty getting a first down in this ball game.
Yeah. I mean, after and I'm not quite sure if we had any first downs before the long plays. I mean, the one was the first play of the series.
Yes.
And then Du Bois was, I think, on a third and long. So I'm not sure if we've had a first down, a legitimate first down. I don't think we have.
I can't recall any.
I don't think we have, Fran. I don't think we have. So I'm not sure who called timeout on that. I don't see anything on the scoreboard, but nonetheless.
Down by Connersville in their own territory. So
yeah, they're going to punt.
It will be number 32, Du Bois, back to do the punting. He'll be standing at his own 24-yard line.
And we need a good punt right here. Oh, that's a good punt. Yeah, it's very good. Very good.
Taken by Greensburg boy at the 20-yard line. Looks for running.
He's got some blocks.
25 to the 30.
They're going to be a hold.
And is forced out of bounds. Penalty flag is down.
Yeah. It looked like I saw a block, not quite sure, but then one of the back judges threw. So we're going to see something here very soon. Let's see what we can see here on the replay, because it was about right here when they called the flag. Again, can't see anything right there, but again, nice fundamental grab. Switch the ball to the side, and there was the flag right there. So yeah.
There's a holding on the return
against the Greensburg team.
Yeah, I thought I clearly saw it around there. So that puts them back a little bit, obviously. Yeah, and we haven't had that many flags tonight, Fran. I mean, this game has been playing pretty clear.
Yes.
I mean, it's been a pretty clean game. Not clear, pretty clean game.
Ball will be at the 29-yard line for the Pirates, their own 29.
It's their worst field position of the night.
I think that's a 24-yard line.
Yeah, let's get them back a little bit more. Let's see, that is, wow.
There's a little bit of pushing over down there, but
You know, again, nice power running. Get the ball, hold on to it, get touched right there a couple, and then still able to get. I mean, he may have got almost 5 yards on that after that.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a pass. There's a
Overthrown
hold, another
on the
hold.
far side. Another penalty flag comes down.
Yeah, there's another hold on Greensburg. Yeah,
Stops play here with 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining to be played in the first half.
Yeah, this last couple of minutes has been the longest we've had during this
That's
entire
right.
ball game. As we can see, yeah, it looked like there was a hold on 44.
Walk off some more yardage.
Yeah.
And the ball will go inside the 20.
Yeah, let's go about to 18.
I think so.
Yeah,
So second and
a lot.
Say second and 19 or 24 for the Pirates.
Yeah, we have second and they got 16.
I think it's a little more than 16.
Yeah, that's what our guys got. Yeah,
Ball
good,
carrier
nice stop.
is forced back by the Spartans, and they sort of took a cue from Greensburg, pushed the ball carrier back a little bit.
Yeah, and again, this is a momentum switch a little bit here as we're going to stop them here, and we'll get the ball back. Oh no, that's third down. I'm sorry, I thought it was fourth down. As Connersville takes maybe their last timeout. I've lost track of how many timeouts we've taken and who's taken them, but again, we need to stop them here, which would be a big boost going into the locker room.
Yes.
Preventing them from scoring.
Well, if Greensburg would try a pass and Spartans would intercept.
Yeah, that would be perfect. We would intercept it, run it back, do an onside kick.
That's right.
Break one and let's get 2 or 3 scores.
Spartans trail by 5 here as we near the end of the first half of tonight's ball game.
Watching that Ohio State game last night, that's my team, Fran. That's my team, and they were sluggish. Indiana had a lead 21-20, and IU fans made a mistake saying overrated, and then they just blew them out after that. Maybe the Greensburg fans can light us up, and and then we can just score quickly. But again, this would be a nice defensive stand right here, Fran, because
yes,
we haven't had a stop in a while.
No, they've, as I say, had 17 unanswered points.
Yeah. Yeah, so Connersville has 1 timeout. Greensburg has 2. And we stop them here. We'll
Here come the Pirates lining up.
Won't be able to get the ball back.
It's a snap from center.
Wow,
getting loose, and finally it's
got him
down at the 31-yard line.
Yeah, we're lucky that it was a third and very long on that, or otherwise they would still have the ball.
I thought for a second he was going to
to
find a hole and go all the way, but Spartans defenders held.
Yeah, so we're using our last timeout right here, Fran. And we'll definitely get the ball back probably right around maybe 30 seconds to go.
Fourth down and about 3 or 4 for the Pirates. They're in their own territory.
I know we talk about, you hear here in football, the 2-minute offense. I'm not sure if we have a 30-second offense, but I'd like to see it. Definitely would like to, again, you want to take any positive away right before going into the locker room. Ideally, we would like to score. I mean, that just goes without saying. But, being able to stop them right here and give us a chance is something that's going to give us a shot going into the locker room. Games are on pendulums, and obviously the pendulum is clearly on Greensburg's side, scoring the 17 unanswered points. And they scored it like that. It just seemed like whatever little adjustment they made, it was the right adjustment.
Timeout's over. Teams line up, and 42 seconds on the clock.
I'd like to see us break it back. Du Bois needs a nice run back.
See, what kind of a play is this run? 3
Yeah.
guys on the near side.
Yeah, they're just trying to confuse everybody. Bring everybody down and try to block it.
There's the
Not a good kick.
punt. Comes down at the 43-yard line. Connersville. Finally down at the 34-yard line. So Spartans will take over here for the final series of plays. in the first half of tonight's game.
Yeah, Greensburg has 2 timeouts. They're not going to use any right here. They're not going to keep the Spartans alive. So, let's see if we have one big play to bust. That's the only thing we can hope for. I'm not sure we have any long pass plays or anything like that. So we're hoping that, somebody busts one here before we take it to the locker room.
Here comes a play.
Oh, there is a pass.
And it's incomplete. Intended for Du Bois at about the 36 or 37-yard line. Falls incomplete.
Yeah, it took about 4 seconds off. Yeah, Du Bois wasn't even looking at all, and Kelly had to get rid of it because he was nailed. He was going to get hammered.
31 seconds on the clock in the first half.
And 31 to go. Not sure if we have another, what we're going to do with another pass play or not.
I think they'll try another one. They send a couple of receivers to the near side.
Yeah, give him some space with this shotgun.
Kelly fires to the far side, and it falls incomplete at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, 3rd and 10, 28 seconds to go. It just looks like nobody was ready. Kelly, that was a cannon right there. He threw that pretty quickly, but it looks like, it just looks like a little confusion on the passing.
It looked like a Greensburg boy was closer to the
the
football than a Spartan.
It sure did.
Okay, 3rd down coming up.
He's in the shotgun again.
There's a handoff this time, and the ball carrier gets to the 35-36.
Well, now you got a situation. Greensburg has 2 timeouts.
Yes.
And
they may get the football back here.
Yeah. And I'm not sure why they're not starting the clock, but Greensburg did take a timeout. Okay, yes. I didn't see that. So Greensburg, they're wanting to get the ball back, and they'll have 1 timeout. So some of those pass plays, had they worked ideally, to get some yards, but since they didn't, it stopped the clock and didn't take too much time off the clock. So Greensburg definitely is feeling really well, getting this ball here with 22 seconds to go.
It's a 4th and long for Connersville, so the punt will be coming up here, and the Pirates will get the football.
Yeah, I like how they keep those balls as dry as they can.
Exchange of football right when it's during a timeout. They put a towel over it on the field.
Yeah. Well, not sure. I don't think. Well, they got all the. Doesn't look like it's raining too hard, but still, it's getting wet out there. Oh, he was going right into that. That was.
And it will be coming down at the 45-yard line. And finally down by Spartan at the 49-yard line.
Geez, that took almost 10 seconds off the clock right there. Yeah, he almost got blocked on that one.
11 seconds on the clock as the Pirates take over as we near the end of the first half.
Yeah, again, one good thing, we do get the ball coming out to start the 3rd quarter. So you got to like that. So you definitely want to stop against Greensburg. Has 1 timeout. They have passed a couple of times. We'll find out if they'll pass to if it's incomplete. Obviously we'll stop. But
here's the handoff, and
that's a face mask.
Right. They stopped the ball carrier at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, that's a face mask.
Connersville, but flag is down.
Yeah, that took a lot of time off the clock, and of course it's going to stop with that penalty. That definitely was a face mask.
Yes.
Inadvertent. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure if this straight 15 or.
I think so against the Spartan Chess.
Penalty on the defense.
It'll put Greensburg at the 35-yard line of Connersville.
3 seconds to go. Again, right there. That's. Again, accidental. Wasn't intentional at all.
Comes a play in from the sidelines as the quarterback for Greensburg talks with his coach.
Yeah, he, that runner who got face masked, he still got 4 or 5 yards after that. That's crazy.
Rolling out for a pass, and he's one which will fall incomplete. And zeros on the clock, so that's the final play of the first half. But the Spartans dominated early, Greensburg dominated late.
Yeah, and when you're dominating, you want to dominate late. And Greensburg did just that. 2 touchdowns and that 25-yard field goal. And I'm not sure what's happening here.
I'm not sure either. The teams are still on the field. What's the officials?
Oh, they're saying go, get out. It's halftime. It's halftime. They're tired of getting rained on. They're going to seek shelter up here, of course. But again, Connorsville. The reality of it all, Fran, is that we had 2 big plays. Other than that, we really didn't do anything. Their defense stopped us, but we had 2 big plays. The fantastic run, and that was all DuBois right there. That first touchdown was all DuBois, where he had to hurdle one of our guys on the ground. He kind of shook his way out of a defender, and he took it to the house. Foreman, that was beautiful. I mean, that guy. I mean, he blitzed right through the line and scored. But other than that, we really didn't do anything offensively to scare Greensburg. And you talked about it earlier, Fran. They made that slight adjustment. They brought a lot of guys in the box, and they were able to read whatever we were doing. It seemed like they knew what we were doing before we did. They made the adjustment offensively because we were stopping them. We were bending but not breaking. And they were able to open up the lanes, and they were able to do what we did. But they were doing it effectively. They were doing it not just one big play. They were doing it a lot of plays. They were wearing out our defense.
Connorsville, DuBois scored with 7:18 on the clock in the opening quarter to put the Spartans ahead 6-0. And the extra point try was missed, and Donovan Foreman scored with 4:41 left to play in the first quarter. Again, the extra point try was missed, so the score was 12-0 in favor of the Spartans until 31 seconds left in the opening quarter when Greensburg scored to make it 12-6. Their extra point try was good to make it 12-7. And the second quarter, Greensburg scored with 9:19 left to play. Extra point was good. They went up 14-12, and with 3:24 left to play in the first half, they hit a field goal to make it 17-12, and that's what we are here at halftime. So it was Connorsville controlling the first quarter and Greensburg
controlling the second
quarter.
Yeah, and again, one good thing that we do, we'll get the ball to start the third quarter, but we have to open up our offense. I mean, It seems like when we're, we were successful. Again, we scored 2 touchdowns, but take out those 2 plays, and Greensburg has dominated at the line, and we definitely don't want that to happen.
Spartans down by 5 at halftime, 17-12. Why don't they all return with the second half of this ball game? But right now, let's take this break on the TV3 Game of the Week.
Five oceans, 7 continents. Whatever it takes, wherever it takes us. America's Navy, a global force for good.
As they recovered a fumble
Spartans
deep in their territory.
Spartans down by 5. They'll be receiving the opening kickoff of the second half.
Yeah, good thing Spartans got the ball. Again, one of the things that was we talked about the tide turning was when Adam Kelly went down, and they got Atkins in there, and it just seemed like our rhythm offensively wasn't the same with Atkins in there. He's an outstanding athlete. As the ball goes out of bounds, the Spartans will get it on the 35-yard line. But again, that just seemed like to throw our rhythm off, and we just weren't able to be effective at the line as we were in the first quarter.
Well, those were 2 impressive touchdowns the Spartans scored in the opening minutes of the game. One with 7:18 remaining and one with 4:06 remaining as Dalton DuBois scored the first one and Donovan Foreman the second one.
And they were two different types of runs. I mean, the
Yes.
Du Bois run was pure power. Donovan's was just beauty. I mean, that was just beautiful. The lane opened up and he was gone.
Here's the play up through the middle by the Spartans, and a big pile up and a short gain, maybe of a yard is all.
One thing that we need to do is get that momentum back on the line.
Yes.
And open up the lanes, because really outside of those two long runs, we really haven't done too much offensively. We have not had a traditional first down. We haven't heard Tim say first down. We haven't heard that all night.
2nd and 9 for Connorsville at their own 36-yard line.
And if you can't get a first down, that's a long night.
That's right. Yeah, the Spartans have been 4 and out several times in this game. There's the ball down around the 37-yard line.
I don't think he got anything.
I think you're right.
I thought he may have lost a yard.
Yes.
Again, it looked like just too long of giving the ball to not deciding on what to do, and the defenders are right there.
3rd down, 9 yards needed for the Spartans to have a 1st and 10. Give this Greensburg defense credit, Ron. They
you have to.
Really tightened up their defense after the Spartans' second score.
Yeah, they have to.
3rd down coming up. Hand it off to Foreman. You only get to the 41, so a punt by the Spartans coming up here as, once again, they fail to get a 1st and 10.
When your offense is so one-dimensional, after a while, any defense is going to make the adjustments and challenge you to beat them some other way. And right now, it looks like the Spartans don't have any other way to they just pretty much stick to the same handful of plays.
Here's the punt coming up. Well,
that's a great punt.
One thing that the Spartans defense.
It hit him, and we got it. Yeah, that hit him.
Wow.
Yes.
What a break by Connorsville. Yeah. Let's see if they can turn it into 6 points.
Yeah, we definitely have to turn it into 6 points right here. As again, see that ball come down. It wasn't this guy that it missed. It was the Greensburg player right there.
He was trying to get out of its way, and
And the Spartans again. We have to turn this over. And the points.
Well, Greensburg got a big break in the first half and turned it into a touchdown when they recovered a fumble deep in Spartan territory.
And we definitely need to do that.
So let's see if the Spartans can capitalize on this. At the 26-yard line of Greensburg will be the football and the Spartans.
First time all game we've been in Greensburg territory.
That's right.
Yeah, at 35 previously. And there's a flag. I didn't even see that.
The officials are conferring. Let's see what this is all about.
I didn't see that flag.
I didn't either. They're going to talk to the Greensburg coach.
Yeah, it looks like it is holding on.
Spartans are backing up, so that's.
Well, we should. Well, I don't know.
A bad sign.
Yeah, that's not a good sign because it looks like we're going to punt it over again.
Okay, yeah. Oh, the flag is at the 35.
Oh, that rain is awesome. Look at that, Fran. That's a lot of rain coming down. Now we're playing against Harvey.
That's right.
Yeah, well, geez, that again, that's something that you don't want to have happen. Right when we have a turnover and the ball would have been in great field position. Now it's even further back. We did not see any hold.
Ball at 25.
Again, holds sometimes. Sometimes on holds it's almost in a.
Yes.
It happens, but at times sometimes it's very mental on that, and that just was not a good time to have one of those mental mistakes.
Well, what we thought was a good break for the Spartans was a bad break.
Oh yeah, definitely a bad break for the Spartans in Greensburg. They got to be feeling it because they're going to get great field position unless Du Bois busts us one again.
Well, it's important the Spartans' defense hold when Greensburg takes over because if we can keep this deficit at 5.
That is not a good punt at all.
No, not good at all. It'll come down around the 36-yard line, roll to about the 43. So the Pirates in good field position. at the Connersville 43-yard line.
Yeah, not sure. You know, Du Bois does that a lot, where he'll run to the side and just seem like he kicks it straight up. I'm not sure
Yes.
the point of that at all. You know, that the point that the punt before was what you want. You want to, you know, kick it as far as you can. Again, we could give you know, Harvey some credit because the ball's, you know, wet and
Yes.
it comes off your foot wrong. But we've seen him do that other times.
It's at the 43 of Connersville as Greensburg takes over.
Yeah, an excellent field position for them.
Yes.
Again,
Up by 5 points.
you know, they've had such field position.
Tight
It's
formation.
surprising.
They
Yeah,
hand
that's
off.
a nice
Man
run.
gets free and gets about to the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Pirates.
Yeah, you know, again, they've had such great field position. Surprisingly, they're only up 5.
That's right. Ball carried by Jesse Hunter. And the Pirates have had some long runs tonight.
Yeah, they've had some nice
Yes.
runs, and that's, you know, one of the rare runs where they didn't have to carry 4 or 5 Spartans for, you know, 5 yards. That was just a nice lane right there, and, you know, again, nice tackling from the Spartans right there. You know, you wrap around the waist and another run, and wow, that's
Another big gain by them.
Yeah.
Almost another first down, and maybe a little short.
yeah, it looks like he's just short on that.
Up
Yeah.
through the center of the Spartans line.
You know, looks like it's like just 1 yard. That was like a 9-yard gain right there.
Yes.
You know, and that again makes for an awfully long night when you're giving up 7, 8, 9. You're giving up, you know, 3 yards at a time. You're making, you know, putting yourself behind the 8 ball, and now we're, you know, giving up 8, 9 yards a run.
2nd and 1 for Greensburg, deep in Connersville territory. Plunge up through the middle, gets the necessary yardage for a first down.
Yeah, again, that was about 6 yards right there. You know, again, we just have not been able to do anything to, you know, to be effective since probably, you know, late in the first quarter.
1st and 10 for the Pittsburgh
Pirates.
I
yeah,
got Pittsburgh playing.
Yeah.
The Greensburg Pirates. I don't know where I came up with that.
Oh, well, Pittsburgh Pirates. It's a different sport, but hey, I see the connection there, friend. I got your back.
Okay, appreciate that.
Yeah, that's a fumble,
fumble,
and we
and
got
I
the
think
ball.
Spartans recovered.
Yeah. You know, again, this game is, again, we're going to have these because of the ball being so slick. And, you know, again, that was a nice defensive play for the Spartans. And, you know, we're there at the right time. We got the ball. Let's make something happen.
Not sure who fell on that football, Ron.
I didn't quite see either.
But
But
the Spartans deep in their territory, but they prevent a score by Greensburg, which is very important.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
They'll put it in play at their 23.
That they were definitely, you know, they were knocking on the door.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely knocking on the door.
Okay, the Spartans go to work deep in their own territory, down by 5 points here in the 3rd period. No gain on that play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, again, that's, you know, just it looked like he kind of fumbled it a little bit right there. That's what happened, but you know, we definitely need to open it up a little bit.
Spartans can't open a hole in that defense at
No.
Greensburg all of a sudden.
Yeah, I know, and you know, again, you talk about long nights. That's another one. If you can't, you can't win at the line.
Spartans line up for the play, boy.
There's
There's
maybe
penalty
offside,
markers
yeah.
are down.
Yep. Offside. You know, shooting yourself in the foot. That, you
That's
know, we don't want to go backwards.
Cost the Spartans 5.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Greensburg should just go ahead and decline it and be, you know, I don't know if they would decline it. Would it be 3rd down? I don't remember.
I'm not sure how that
I don't
works
remember how
either.
that works either. I've been so long because you always just take it.
2nd down and 16 yards to
Yeah.
go for the Spartans deep in their own territory.
Again.
Yes, still.
Yeah, I mean, again, they got the fumble, and that, you know, definitely is a shot in the arm right there for that.
Try to find a hole up through the middle. It doesn't open, and it's up to the 20-yard line. A pickup of 3 or 4 maybe. 3rd down coming up for the Spartans. 20 is where it's spotted.
Again, a third, and you might as well call it an eternity. I mean, that's we've had so many of those tonight, so many of those, last week.
Well, let's see if a big gain is in the works here for the Spartans.
Yeah, let's hope so.
It's third down, if not.
Let's hope so.
We all know what they'll have to do.
No, they're going to pass.
Here's the pass.
That's it. Oh, almost intercepted. Wow.
Almost intercepted, batted down by a Greensburg defender. It was intended for Donovan. And fourth down, punt time coming up.
Yeah, again, another pass where it just goes, nobody's, like Donovan's just now looking, and just not really that good of a pass, and there was no blockers. There was no I mean, if he would have caught the ball, he would have been, tackled right then and there. If you want to call something like that, we need some red shirts to and there was nobody there, and we've seen that pass many times. I mean, it just hasn't worked, and again, if Donovan, we didn't give him anything to work with if he would have caught it. We got to give him something to work with.
His own 10, takes snaps from center.
It's a good punt.
Pretty good punt this time as it sails downfield and goes out of bounds.
That's a good punt. I mean, that's you kick away from their guy.
Greensburg will take over on their own 47-yard line.
Greensburg, again, still good field position for them. And, with that turnover, we stopped them from scoring at that moment. But clearly their offense is having their way with our defense. Yes. And we got lucky to stop them with that turnover. And, again, it was good defense that caused it.
6:42 on the clock here in the third quarter. Spartans trailing. Comes to play. To the middle, a big pile up at the 48 or 49-yard line.
No receivers there for Greensburg. I mean, it looked like it was like they were at the 1 foot line with that kind of formation. They're almost daring us to stop them. They have absolutely, good defense there from the Spartans, as you see a lot of red jerseys and stopping the runner. But again, Fran, no receivers again. Looks like right at the 1 foot line, and then we stop them again.
Second down coming up. Spartans get to the ball carrier and force him back to around the 40-yard line. Be a loss on the play.
Yeah, again, very good defense from the Spartans, and again, they're challenging us, and we're answering the call right now, which hopefully will resonate to a stop right here. It's a 3rd and long, and there's no way that they're going to go for it on 4th down in this field position. No way. Especially when they can punt it with the leg that guy got to try to, their guy has, to try to get us down and within the 5. Yeah, we got to stop them right here again. No receivers again. I mean, it's like a goal line stand.
Snap from center.
Oh, he's going to pass.
Pass that will
and we're picked.
Intercepted almost by the Spartans.
Yeah, boy, I tell you what, number 11 there for the Spartans. He had his eyes. Caleb Weaver right there. He's a sophomore, and again he saw a touchdown.
Yeah, he had it, and then he didn't have it.
Yeah.
So 4th down coming up, and Greensburg will punt it away.
Yeah, good defensive stand for the Spartans. Not quite sure I understand the play calls there from Greensburg, but nonetheless, we rose to the occasion. Yes. Now let's get our offense. It's still only a 5-point game, and that guy's hurt. Yeah, as the kicker's getting up, he's wanting to know why there's not a rough in the kicker right there.
That's right. I'm surprised, really.
Yeah, we got the Greensburg coaches next to us, and they're not happy at all with that. They want to know where the rough in the kicker is.
Spartans will take over the ball at their own 25-yard line.
Yeah, definitely. Again, we've had our backs against the wall too many times tonight. It's time to have another. I'd like a good sustained series. Let's eat up some yards. We've been going back this quarter, Fran.
Connersville down by 5 points. Here is coming to the near side. Du Bois gets up to the 40, right down to around the 41.
Yeah, that was a nice misdirection. Yeah, it was very good right here. And watch the blocking from the Spartans, our very first down. And, again, nice blocking from the Spartans right there as Du Bois sees another lane coming up right there. You know, again, all you got to do is just get in front of somebody and kind of miss, you know, and that's what our blockers did. And boy, nice run from him. First time we've heard Tim say first down all night long.
Spartans at their own 40, though. They're 60 yards away from pay dirt.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. It looks like our guy's being choked.
No, yeah. Finally down at the 35-yard line. Let's see what the officials, are they going to forward motion? Yes, I think they're bringing it back to about the 39-yard line.
They lost on one or two. They were right there, maybe one.
Yes.
But again, you know, it's like we have an offensive, you know, formation as if we're on the 1 foot line, and that's not going to get us the yards. You know, spreading it out with Du Bois like that, that is, you know, those plays like that have worked successfully for the Spartans. Again, a couple of them worked well last week, and that one with Du Bois right now, and now we're again, you know.
Second down for the Spartans.
And that's,
again,
they're just fast.
Play goes nowhere.
Yeah, again, you know, when we go outside the tackles, when we go outside, you know, the middle, we're successful. And when we try to, you know, do that, it doesn't work.
Ball's at the 35 of Connersville now. Loss of 5 on the play. There's a third down.
Third and an eternity again.
About 15, 14.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Flags are down. Kelly was knocked down.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're going to call on that. If it was on us or Greensburg, and it looks like Greensburg's not happy. Yeah, that's us.
No, it's against the Spartans.
We had 3rd and 14, now it's 3rd and 19.
Yes, that's just another 5-yard walk off.
It just, you know, totally erases the run that Dalton had.
Right, the good what we see is suddenly things go the other way.
Right. You know, and again, it's opened it up a little bit. You know, good to see Kelly. You know, he went out earlier. It's good to see him back.
Yes.
You know, that kid, you know, he's a freshman.
Yes.
You know, all eyes on that guy. But, you know, his dad's the coach. All eyes on him, and he seems to be handling the pressure very well.
Hands the ball off to Foreman, who goes to the far side, cuts the corner, gets a few yards, maybe 8 or 9.
But
I'm not sure that much.
Yeah, now that I see him.
Gets up limping.
Yeah, I don't like that when you see him limping. His leg means a lot to us. As Foreman, just again, you see all the white jerseys right there. Where are the reds? I mean, we need one guy right there, but not enough.
4th down, punt time for CHS.
Yeah, Du Bois, if he had $1 for every time he...
That's what Du Bois will be at his own 25-yard line this time.
And he's made some great punts tonight.
There's the snap. This is a good one. We'll come down.
Out of bounds again.
And roll out of bounds at the 33-yard line.
Boys punt will go out of bounds here at the 33-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Pirates.
Greensburg football up by 5 points, 17-12, with 2.5 minutes to go in the 3rd period.
Yeah, the Spartans again on their heels defensively. You know, got to make another stop. And so far, you know, this quarter frame they've done well.
Yes.
You know, offensively, you know, 1 or 2 plays each time, and then that's it. You know, that's it. Can't do anything else.
Okay, Pirates go to work.
Yeah,
there's a handoff and not much of a gain. Maybe a yard. See, the Spartans line held.
Yeah, again, not sure why Greensburg's calling the plays that they're calling, because, I mean, we're reading it very well, and we'll take it. I mean, you know, anything to give us a shot in the arm, anything to light up a fire, we'll take it.
Give them a pickup of 1, so it's 2nd down, 9 coming up.
Yeah, I'm not sure if now we get some receivers, but
Play
Yeah,
goes
that's a typical Greensburg run
Under
right
the
there.
ball carrier.
Yes.
Get it
It's
up
to
to
the
38
right
yard
side
line.
of the Spartans line and moves it a little bit, but pretty good defensive stand by
Yeah.
Connersville.
Yeah, it's about 3rd and, not sure exactly what they got, 3rd and 6, I think. But again,
Yes.
another run where you touch him and you got 5 or 6 of our guys coming and he's still going. You know, those kids, you know, that's power.
Important 3rd down for the Pirates if they want to keep the football now. See if the Spartans line or defense can hold. It will, looks
Yep,
like.
sure
Under the
will.
ball carrier. They drop
Drops the
down
ball
at the
carrier
40-yard
at the
line.
38-yard line.
Stop for the Spartans.
Spartans definitely
Bring up 4th and 4.
need good field position right here and need a good offensive series. We really haven't had it. Again, we've scored twice, but you know those are the 2 good plays. It wasn't like drives where we drove 80 yards or anything. It was, you know, long plays. And
Ball placed at the 40-yard line. Punting coming up for Greensburg.
well, they're getting close to being called for.
And the Spartan ball carrier
That's a big
receiver
run
is
down
immediately
the
down
red.
inside the
At the
25-yard line.
10.
Yeah, I mean he was. I mean again, that's
When he got the football, he was met by the guy in blue and white.
very quickly number 10 there for Greensburg. He was on him like that. That's Austin Red, 5'11", 145.
So Spartans once again deep in their own territory, Ron.
Yeah, I mean that's a common theme, and you know again outside of those 2 long runs, we really haven't done anything offensively.
No.
We definitely need to have a good long series here where we, you know, again stretch them out a little bit, and we were able to get some yards when we were able to do that. The boys run, but then you know we went back 7-8 yards, and then Foreman got it back, but still we were 17 yards out.
There's a pitch out, and runner comes to
The
the
boys
near
to the ball
side,
carrier.
picks up 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah, that again nice little.
Pick up a few yards
But, you know,
on
again, that was a
carry.
nice
Bring up 2nd and
nice
7.
defensive play right there. It showed Greensburg had a little bit of speed right there because there was a nice lane. Yeah, but it just closed up quickly.
That's the end of your 3rd quarter.
And a 3rd
Start
quarter.
12 for the Pirates, 17.
3rd quarter is over, and there was no score in the 3rd period. So at the end of 3, it is still Greensburg 17 and the Spartans 12. 4th quarter coming up, but we'll take right now this break on the TV3 Game of the Week.
Bigfoot or
Play basketball.
boy found.
Well, a scoreless 3rd quarter, Ron.
Yeah, I mean, especially since Greensburg. I mean, they had their way with us the first couple series of theirs, and then for whatever reason they went to an offense that looked like an offensive stand, line stand, right goal line stand, and we were able to stop them. We were able to dominate at the line. Now we need to dominate at the offensive line, open up some lanes so that we can get down and score.
Here comes the first play of the 4th period. Spartans in control, and with very little gain, if any. It was a 2nd
Ball in the
down.
ball carrier.
Yeah, again, we've had those plays where we get 3, 4, 5 yards and we think, oh, that's great. We're finally opening it up, and then we stall.
Bring up 3rd and 7.
Ball spotted at the 27-yard line. So a 3rd down and 8 for Connersville.
I can't have these series as where, I mean, again, this is the 3rd, and we would consider that manageable compared to 3rd and 18, 19 that we've had this in that 3rd quarter. So the fact that we're 3rd and 8, we're 3rd in single digits is nice.
Here comes a play by the Spartans,
Oh,
getting free
oh,
for
man, that's
a
a
good
nice-
gain.
yeah.
Is Du Bois gets
And
to the
there's a flag.
34-yard line.
Yeah, flag came in, not sure.
Penalty flag's at the 39-yard line.
Yeah, again, that's one thing we haven't seen too much of tonight from Greensburg is their speed. And Du Bois, I mean, he had it. I thought for sure he was going to get a first down, and one of their guys just, I mean, like Speedy Gonzalez came in and took him out. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be on Connersville. It's a hold, yeah, so, wow. Yeah, again, watch it right here. Not sure where I see the hold.
We've had that happen before in tonight's game. A nice
Yep.
gain by the Spartans, nullified.
By a penalty, yeah. That's
Yes.
you might as well just not even run if you're gonna commit a penalty like that.
The official explaining the call to the Greensburg team.
Yeah.
Hold against Connersville will cost him 15,
Is it 15?
maybe 10. 10.
Oh, I think it was only 5. I thought, yeah, it was only 5 for him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking
Yeah, I
walk
thought,
off more than that.
yeah, it looked like it was only 5.
Well, that's good.
I could be wrong. Yeah, we got 3rd and 14,
No, I
so
think-
yeah, that was 5. Because we had 3rd and
That's
9.
right. It was 2nd and 9, so it's 3rd and 14 now. You're right.
Isn't passing. That's not
Way
good.
overthrown.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, I like it. I like the fact that we're trying it, and it's just again going the wrong way there for Adam. Left-handed, and threw it up there, and nice coverage, but just not. I mean, just if it were just maybe throwing a little bit to the receiver's left and not so high. But again, this kid's learning that. He's got great potential.
So the Spartans will be punting it away.
Yeah, Greensburg inside the 50. They're where
That's
they're
right,
standing.
yes.
So yeah.
There's the punt. Will be taken at the 45, the 40. Forced out of bounds.
And there's a flag on the field.
Yes.
Not sure what they're going to call on that. I wasn't.
Ball at the flag at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, maybe on Greensburg. Who knows? It's the way things have been going. It's been on Connersville. And that's
right.
a legal push in the back, so that is on Greensburg.
Right.
Yeah. So that's a break for the Spartans.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they take it from the. That's a 10. Yeah, that's good.
That's a long one.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely without question. It's still they're in our field position, but not they were inside the 30, so that takes them back to the 44. So
Yes.
that's good. The Spartans definitely need a big stand again right here. You definitely don't want to put so much pressure on their defense because right now our offense is just not being able to do anything.
Yeah, just 5 points separates
Yeah.
these teams. So.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's not like it's not like Greensburg hasn't had opportunities to score. They
Yes,
have.
that's right.
They've had opportunities to blow this game wide open, but our defense has really done a good job and done a very good job in not breaking.
Okay, the Pirates huddle, getting ready to put the ball in play. 1st and 10. Ball is at the Connersville, as you say, at the 44-yard line.
Got to stop them right here.
Yes.
I mean, that was a
Pass to the far side. Number 4 is
good tackle.
grabbed by Spartan and dragged down.
Yeah, that was an outstanding tackle
Yes.
there from the Spartan. Again, the ball dropped, and the quarterback, had to. And again, there was some nice blocking, but our Spartans were right there, and that's a great open field tackle from
It's a good
number
defense.
11. That's Caleb Weaver. Called his name quite a few times. He's a sophomore. Yeah, he's got a couple more years. Weaver does.
So a 2nd down coming up. 2nd and 9 for the Pirates. Pitch out coming to the near side is the runner and will be caught and pulled down at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, that's, again, nice defense from the Spartans. We've seen earlier in the ball game when they've run plays like that, they've had a lot of blockers, and the Spartans were able to get past the defender or the offensive, blockers, and that could have been a big play. I mean, it was it got them third and manageable, but that was definitely a good stop there.
Yeah,
for the
Du Bois
Spartans.
finally made the stop for the Spartans. It'll be 3rd down and 2 for Greensburg in Connersville territory at the 37-yard line.
Timeout on the field. Timeout. Timeout.
Looks like that's going to be on Greensburg.
Pirates will be taking a timeout. We're in the final period tonight with 9:17 on the clock. A scoreless second half so far.
Yeah, I mean that I would not guess that, especially with the way that Greensburg
Yes.
had all the momentum coming in, and right now I would say that if you had to say who's winning, obviously Greensburg's up by 5, but they're playing better offensively,
Yes.
but our defense is as well. So, but we obviously we need to do something offensively. We haven't been able to have a good series at all. Only 1 first down.
Timeout's about over, so play will be resumed here as the rain continues.
Yeah, it's coming down good.
That's right. Here come the Pirates from across the field after talking it over with their coach.
Again, they're in that, looks like the offensive. Oh, that's a good play.
Under the ball.
Again, like they were, goal line stand right there, and that guy is only. No, that's a different runner, but again, their runners are just, able to get through and again get 2 or 3 yards after contact.
That's Jesse Hunter, number 41, carries the ball for 1st and 10 as it's resting at the Connersville 30.
Again, this is a series that Connersville needs to have. They need to have a series that's.
Under the ball carry.
There's a pile up at about the 28 or 29-yard line.
Down by number 73, Brandon Robinson on the spot.
It seems like the opposite happens for Greensburg, where they may have a couple short plays and then bust a big one out to, just at the right time to keep the series alive. And we have one, maybe one that we bust out, and then we, seem like we go backwards.
2nd down coming up for the Pirates. 2nd and 7.
Oh, nice miss.
The ball here getting free and moving the ball close to the 20-yard line.
That was
Back
very
into the
good.
1st and 10.
Yep, that was very, very good. I mean, this lane that he goes through is, look at that. That was huge. There's that proverbial you can drive a Mack truck through. You could. It wasn't a scoring lane, but it was nice enough to move the sticks.
Pirates at the Connersville 20-yard line, 1st and 10.
Under the ball carry.
That's a nice stop.
A little bit of a gain on the play.
Get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Looks like he did. Looks like they're not giving him anything.
No, I guess not. Spartan stopped the ball carrier at the line of scrimmage, so it stays at the 20. 2nd down.
Again, right now we haven't broken so far this half. Definitely don't want to. We got to have this stop right here for him. Huge second down.
Spartan set their defense. Here is the play coming up.
Wow, that's crazy.
Under the ball
Picks up pretty good yardage. He gets close to the 10, doesn't he?
Yeah, he may have got a first down. I'm not sure, but look at this. He should have been stopped at the line. He's being touched right there. Again, another touch right there. He, zigs and zags his way through, keeps those legs motoring, and a lot more zigging and zagging. And he darn near got the first down when he was touched 40 times.
He's just short of the first down.
And I said that was a huge second down because you want him to get 3rd and long, and now it's 3rd and a couple of feet.
Snap from center.
Yeah, looks like we stopped him. Yeah, I like that.
He had
like
Did he
that.
gain or not?
No, it looked like he didn't.
Short.
Looks like we got sheets of rain coming down.
No gain on the play.
Yeah,
Good
no
defense
gain. Yeah,
by
that's
the
not,
Spartans.
and obviously right now 4th down, as you see the rain, it just is picking up. You know, you definitely want to.
Yeah, 4th down for the Pirates. Let's see what the coach calls.
Obviously, they're probably going to pound it up the middle. I mean, that's what's been successful for them, and you know, until the Spartans can really stop it, and we have stopped them, but you know, right now this is a huge.
They're going to go for it, boy. If the Spartans defense can stop it,
that was
somebody
on them.
tips off.
Yeah, looks like that was on them.
I think so. Somebody jumped.
Which you know they're. I would go for it. I mean, why not?
Cost them 5 yards.
Yep.
Now they're sending in a crew.
Oh, field goal.
probably.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's got a leg.
Yeah, a field goal
Yeah.
coming up. And
Be about a 32-yarder.
just under 6 minutes left to play in tonight's game at Spartan Stadium. Thunders were down by 5.
Well, we're still down a score in a 2-point conversion.
A successful miss here
Yeah.
would keep the score at a 5-point differential.
That was blocked.
Oh,
Good
blocked
job.
from the Spartans
Yep.
too.
Yep.
Well, that's, you know, if they would have put 3 points on them,
Yeah, we're
here
going
comes
back.
the Spartans carrying the ball, finally knocked out of bounds, but the flag
The
is
flag
down.
Yeah.
Blocked field goal. We brought down near the 31-yard line.
Yeah, I'm not sure they're going to give us anything on that. I mean, our guys are on the
Let's see.
field.
So,
Yeah,
the
and-
ball, the fellow that brought the ball for the Spartans
I think he just.
upfield is down. I don't know, just the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah,
or
I think
what.
that's what it is. I think he fell on the ball. But they're going to figure out what's going on. But, you know, heads-up play for the Spartans as Greensburg was nowhere to be found. You know, that was
a blocked field goal attempt.
Yeah, I mean, you
by
still
the
go for it.
Spartans.
Yeah, nice play from number. He may be just out of breath. I mean, I don't think he's ran that far, but that was excellent.
Yeah, I think that was the problem, I think.
Yeah, number 55 for the Spartans. You know, he was there at the right place, and I mean, Jason Beckman.
Yes.
You know, he's number 11.
What the officials are ruling, let's
Well,
see.
they called, too many men on the field. Yeah. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, he falls on the ball. That's what happens
Yes.
there to Beckman. But you know, too many men on the field because it looks like you know, we were confused as well as to what to do. I mean,
Right.
we were excited. Some of the kids were coming out. The offensive unit started coming out, so that's what caused the flag. But again, that was a nice stop for the Spartans.
The ball is at
beautiful. Yeah, look at that block right there, Fran. I mean, I didn't see who blocked it, but that was beautiful.
The Spartans had the football at the Greensburg 46-yard line, down by 5 points with 5:42 on the clock.
Got to do something right here, Fran.
No,
Looks like we had a
touchdown by
different
the
quarter-
Spartans
yeah,
would be huge.
I thought, and that's not good.
To the 43-yard line as the Spartans go into the center of that line in Greensburg.
I was fooled. I thought it was the other guy getting thrown back, but that's why I said not good. But that, you know, got 3 or 4 yards on that. That's good. I like that. But yeah, I was even fooled on that play.
Ball will be at the 44, a second down for Connorsville. 2nd and 6 for them.
Now you hear the faithful is starting to come alive and
They're trying
get
to
the boys go as we're.
encourage the Spartans
Yeah.
offensive unit out there right now.
Yeah, got to bust one out. As Kelly has it.
Oh, Kelly keeps the ball
Yeah.
and gets to the 36-yard line. That should be close to a 1st and 10.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it is a first down. It doesn't look like it. I don't know why the chains aren't coming out. No, it's not. Yeah.
It's a little bit short, but
Yeah.
it's 3rd and short.
Yeah, 3rd and probably a foot.
Yes.
You know, definitely need to convert this right. This is 4-down territory, Fran. You know that.
Yes.
You know that.
Yes.
So we got to get this going. Maybe a quarterback sneak, but no, right up the middle, and he got stopped.
Yeah, no gain on the play at all.
Yeah, that's gonna be a 4th down. You know, if you're a defense, you love I mean, that right there pumps you up whenever you're a brick wall, you turn into a brick wall. And that's what our runner ran into. He ran into a brick wall.
4th down by the Spartans. They'll have to go for it here, Ron.
Oh, yeah, without question.
A little over 4 minutes left to play. Score here by Connersville would be huge.
Oh, it would be definitely
Yes.
huge.
Let's see if the Greensburg line holds. Here comes the play,
Nope.
and
Good job. We
I
got it.
think we got to
Yep.
the 35. This
Oh,
will
yeah.
be a first and 10.
Yeah, definitely going to be a first and 10. As Greensburg is believing that they stopped us, but definitely the forward momentum got us on to 35. That's a first down right here. Again, nice. Look at that drive from our offensive line. And, that's only our second first down, Fran. That's only our second first down.
Donovan Foreman was the carrier for the Spartans, so Connersville keeps the football at the Greensburg 35. First and 10.
Yeah, again, I like these sustained drives. I mean, 3:42 to go, and that's a fumble.
Loose football, and see what the refs rule. Greensburg says they have it.
Yeah, and they do. Wow.
Another bad mistake by Connersville.
Yeah, I mean, bad mistakes are not good, and and that just the crippling time as it right there is Greensburg. Yep. Wow, I was saying, I was getting ready to say, we're getting about 3:30 mark. We definitely want to control the ball, and then that happens. So we have all of our timeout. No, we do. We have all of our timeouts. Greensburg has 2. So, we definitely need to stop them right here. Don't want to use timeouts on the defense, but if we have to, we have to. So hopefully we can, clamp it down right here and turn a 4 and done or 3 and out.
Okay, Greensburg now has the football. They're on 35-yard
Oh, they're
line.
going to eat clock, Fran. They're going to eat
Snap
clock.
from center. Oh, absolutely. Little gain across the 35 to about the 38.
Man, I tell you what, that turnover just takes the wind out of your sails big time.
5-point lead for the Pirates.
I mean, you just get, you play so well. I mean, offense, that was our first good sustained drive.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, the Spartans had the momentum, but
well, it's just a slick on their side of the ball too. So they fumbled as well. And we've got the ball back. So
gets to the 40-yard line. So a third down for Greensburg coming up. Going to be a timeout taken by the Spartans. 2:50 remaining to be played.
Again, third and this is third and clamp down. I mean, that's.
Well, that fumble's a real turning point, Ron, because the Spartans were driving.
Yeah, and we were winning at the line.
Yes.
That fourth down, we were winning at the line. Again, no turnovers at the right time, but there are worse times than that was.
That's right.
Yeah. Wow, so we definitely got to stop them right here.
Timeout's over. Let's see what happens here with a third down coming up for Greensburg. Third and 6 for the Pirates.
Third and let's say about 5.
Between 5 and 6.
Yeah, 5 and 6. I was looking at our guys.
Here comes a runner to the near side.
Oh, that was a hold. Yeah, that's going back. Number 28.
Out of bounds. The flag is at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, there was a clear hold right there. Number 28, maybe a block in the back, but definitely foul number 28 against one of our guys. That was very obvious. So that's there we go. Watch this. We should be able to pick this up right here. As you see, number 4, and then one of our guys right there. He just gets, about hit our guy in the face with the flag.
Yes.
That's a legal block in the back right there. So
Spartans decline.
Yeah, and they should. Now it's fourth down. You don't want to give them an opportunity. To answer the question from earlier, you declined it. It does turn at the fourth down. So
yes.
Yeah. So again, Greensburg definitely is going to punt now.
Yes.
Again, the momentum swinging to the from the Pirate side to us.
Snap, and he
That's
gets
a
it off.
horrible
And
punt.
will go out of bounds at the 33-yard line.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, they're only at the 35. I thought they were.
Yeah, they'll bring it at the 35.
Yeah, you said. I mean, I thought it was going to be actually went out a little up more, but yeah, 30.
Okay, the Spartans have 2 minutes and 39 seconds to make something happen here.
Yeah, we have 2 timeouts.
Let's see the strategy that the coaching staff comes up with.
Just open up a hole for Foreman. You know, or Du Bois just open up one of those. Just
Right.
open it up, fam. We've seen it earlier. Let's see it again. You just gotta.
Okay, Spartans break from the huddle.
You just gotta take this momentum swing right now.
Gives it to Du Bois, finds a little bit of a
Yeah.
hole, gets to about the 30, maybe 36 is about it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're giving him that many. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they're
they are.
pushing it back to the 35.
That's crazy. I thought he had more, but I think he slipped more than anything on that one. He had a defender on him, of course, but look at his feet right here. Let's see if he kind of did some slipping as he tried to cut back. Maybe not.
Second down for Connorsville.
Oh, definitely need. Oh, nice pass.
Kelly will
He's open.
pass, and
Well, one of our number 7 was open. He went to the wrong guy. Du Bois wasn't even nowhere to be found.
incomplete, and it's third down coming up for Connorsville.
Yeah, third and long. There's a flag out there. Not sure. Maybe a hold number 66. Again, 7 was open there briefly. Oh, legal receiver, or ineligible receiver downfield.
Penalty on the offense.
Declined, I believe, by.
Yeah, why not? I mean, that'd be
Yes.
third and long. I mean, and we've not been successful on third and long at all. So yeah, that's a good call from Greensburg.
Yes.
Yeah, boy, there's been too many. We played like a clean first quarter, Fran. If I remember, I don't think we had any flags.
I think you're right, yes.
And then now the flags are just coming out. And we'll see.
Here's a pitch out, cutting the corner, and dragged out of bounds at the 39-yard line for far short of the 1st and 10.
Again, you pitch out, and there's no red jerseys leading the way. I mean, just white jerseys, and I mean, you can't. I mean, got to be able to have some blockers there to lead the way.
1:55 on the clock. Spartans will go for it.
Yeah, I'm not sure by the cheer block screaming you can't do that. Yeah, definitely forward down territory right here.
Kelly will try a pass, which will be.
I thought he caught it.
Incomplete. Did a Greensburg boy come up with it?
Yep, we got it.
Oh, Connorsville did?
Yeah, we got it. So that
okay.
keeps it alive. I love that.
I couldn't tell for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, went through the arms of the Greensburg
Yep,
boy.
definitely good play there for the Spartans. Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to have our first pass completion. Might as well happen now. Keep the ball rolling. You know, let's get it going. We're eating too much clock. Down to 145, under 145.
There's a run by Connorsville.
It didn't go anywhere.
You're right. He may have lost a little bit. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it looked like he
got a player down. Connorsville boy.
Yeah, our boy holding his shoulder. It looks like he's not happy. Yeah. And now they're taking his helmet. He's not liking it. Can't quite tell who that is.
I'm not sure either. It's hard to.
His left shoulder. Yeah, I hate to see that happen right now,
Yes.
especially since, we made that nice first down on that pass play. And, we just got to hope that he's all right. Not sure exactly what happened, but, yeah, he's finally getting up. That's number 72 for the Spartans. That's Shane Smith. He's a 6'4" junior.
He's sitting up now.
Yeah. Guard defensive end is the positions he plays. 6'4", 240.
He's hopping
getting
up
yeah.
now. Right, he's favoring that left shoulder.
Yeah. Not sure if he got stepped on or, got kneed. Not sure what happened, but he's going to get some ice and he's going to get worked on.
Okay, it's 2nd down and 10, Connorsville.
Got to make, again, that's elementary as far as, got to score. This is the ball game right here. 1:33 to go. Again, we have 2 timeouts, and so do they.
Kelly will be in the shotgun.
And now we're passing.
For a pass.
Oh, that's wide open. He's
yes.
Good. That's awesome. He may be in the end zone. He is perfect. Beautiful.
Receiving a football, a good pass from
Absolutely.
Jared Snedeker.
I tell you what, Greensburg was defending the run, and number 7 for the Spartans, Jared Snedeker, got behind the defenders and was wide open, and beautiful pass there from Kelly, and Snedeker had to kind of wait on it for a little bit, but he caught that ball, and boy, the Spartans needed that push right there, and they got it, and we've taken the lead.
Oh wow, what a turnaround, Ron.
Yeah, what a great turnaround. I mean, again, I love the fact that senior out there, he's opened up the playbook a little bit. Talking about Adam Kelly, senior, opened up the playbook a little bit and putting it on the arm of his son, junior. And man, I got to tell you, that was an exciting play, and Greensburg did not see it coming, Fran.
No, they didn't. I caught them completely by surprise.
Yeah, I mean, Snedeker was wide open. I mean, that yes. Again, he was so wide open that he had to kind of wait for a second for the ball. I mean, that was absolutely wonderful play calling there from the Spartans, and
put the Spartans up by a point. They'll go for a point after try now.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not sure if they're going to go for a 2-point conversion or not. Not sure what they're going to do. I would almost want to call a 2-point conversion. That way they would have to beat us with a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
They got the leg. Their kicker has a leg who can. But no, it looks like we're going to. No, we're going for 2.
Up for it, right? We're going for the 2-point
and they
conversion,
should.
right? Yeah, we give them a lead of 3.
He got it. Yes.
Beautiful. Kelly.
Yes. Very, very. I tell you, I've been vocal about, hey, we playing these different. Got the same plays going on.
Yes, I know we've opened things up with a passing play here.
Yeah, there's a flag on there because we celebrated. So
okay.
Yeah, they're probably going to.
Yeah, probably.
They'll take it on the unsportsmanlike contact for the Spartans for celebrating. I mean, you can't spike the ball. There's no more Billy White, Sue Johnson back in the day.
No.
But that was, again, right there, 2-point conversion. You like that. And let's see what he does here.
No, the IHSA says you score a touchdown, you hand the ball game.
It slipped out of his hand. We got a hurricane out there. Well, I shouldn't say that. I mean, it's the remnants of Harvey. Slipped out of his hand.
You hand the ball to the official, and that's it.
Yeah, 15-yard penalty. But again, the arm of Adam Kelly has come alive, and again, I've been vocal about we got to open up the offense. And boy, Adam Kelly Sr. opened it up at the right time, and just great execution for our boys, and we now have a 3-point lead. In 1:23 to go, both teams have 2 timeouts. We may be here for another hour. Love that as the faithful is coming alive, Fran.
Well, they waited a long time.
yeah, they have.
For this to happen.
Yeah, we scored in the first quarter. We scored all of our points in the first quarter until now, and again, it's not always. It's not always how you score; it's when you score. And we're scoring at the right time.
Now the Spartans' defense, if they want to,
and we've been playing
tough defense.
We've been playing tough defense. I mean, they've been shut out.
Yes.
This entire half. And
that's the first score of the second. Almost an onside kick, I thought.
Yeah, that's a nice squid kick. Nice.
Now it's finally picked up by a Greensburg player.
We got to get him.
Better stop him because he's heading for the far sidelines and. Finally shoved out of bounds, but he gets to the 31-yard line.
Yeah, he's at the 31-yard line, and again, talk about time for them to, the pendulum swing at us. It can swing right back to them very quickly as he's following his blockers.
A minute and 11 seconds on the clock can be an eternity.
Oh yeah, both teams have 2 timeouts.
Yes.
Who manages the timeouts better?
Ball spotted at the 30-yard line of Connorsville by Greensburg.
Got to remember there's rain going on out there. The ball's slick.
Fire tunnel.
That was the faithful screaming defense, as they should.
Oh, absolutely. If you ever played tough defense,
Yeah,
this is.
and we have this half frame.
Yes, yes. Pretty good defense that time. Maybe
Yeah.
pick up a 3 or 4.
Yeah. What was happening? Well, maybe they may have given him 5. I don't know where they
really.
Yeah. Well, no.
See where they.
Maybe not.
Well, almost.
Yeah. They're not wasting any time.
They're driving. I mean, we have 45 seconds to be played. Clock is running, and now a timeout is going to be called by Greensburg to stop the clock.
They're in field goal position.
Yes.
We blocked the last one, but they are in field goal position. I mean, their kicker has a leg very accurate other than that block, and that was a good block from our guys. So, right now that was a good timeout, third, and I mean, obviously it's 4 down territory. They're going to go for it. They're not going to. I don't know. I mean, 4th down, they may try to kick it. Again, it's crunch time, as you know. I mean, that's an understatement.
Oh, yes.
I think. I mean, if they're this close on 4th down, do you go for it, or do you tough decision. I wouldn't want to be in the coach's position.
Yeah, that would be a tough decision.
But I hope our defense puts them in that position, Fran. I hope they put them in that position with the
I
stop
do,
right
yes.
here. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Because they pick up a couple of yards, they got a 1st down.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're probably calling 2 plays. If you get it here, here's what we do on the 1st down play. If we stop here, we're going to either kick a field goal, or here's the play that we're going to play to try to catch us off balance and get that 1st down. This is right here is it.
42 seconds remaining on the clock.
Oh, and he was stopped.
Spartans stopped him.
Yeah, that's
the ball carrier at the 20-yard line.
I tell you what, that was a nice. It looked like he had a lane there, just if albeit enough to get it. And we clogged that up very quickly right there. Look at that, lane just close.
Let's see what.
Oh, they got him the 1st down.
Did they get a 1st down?
Wow,
yes,
that is
did.
unbelievable.
They won them the 1st and 10.
And they're moving with the. They're going to say you got to wait till the chain stop. Well,
really
I thought we stopped them.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
I thought he was short.
Yeah. Yeah, they're going now. It's 3rd as the clock is running.
Here comes the play. There's a pass that will be.
Is that a touchdown?
Did he?
Yeah. Wow, that's
Greensburg.
crazy.
That's unreal.
Yeah, that is unbelievable. That was a nice pass. And
yes.
I mean,
a couple of defenders back there.
Yeah, he did. And I thought maybe we would have intercepted it, but again, watch. Let's see what we can see here. Is he went up and yeah, he got his feet in there. That was absolutely a beautiful, picture-perfect play right here.
Coming with 24.5 seconds remaining. Wow.
Wow, that was unbelievable. Yeah. Again, we have one timeout with 20-something seconds to go. Our Kelly's arm has come alive. Who knows what can happen? This game is crazy.
Point after try, and it is
man, that guy's
good. That's a 24th point for Greensburg tonight, and they go up by 4 points.
The Spartans look walking off the field looking a little dejected, but as Yogi Berra said, it's not over till it's over. We got 24.5 seconds to go on the clock, and anything can happen. We can run it back. I look for a squig kick. I mean, that was nice coverage. I mean, it took an excellent catch.
Yes.
It took a fantastic catch to
threaded the needle.
Yeah.
Quarterback and the receiver was just able to fend off a couple of Spartan defenders.
Yeah.
Pull it in.
Yeah, that I've seen you do that before in highlights. Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, that again, if you're going to get beat, I mean that was.
Yeah.
I mean that's a play to get beat by. You don't want to lug. That was pure skill, and we did well defensively. And they really haven't gone down the field for that big of a play. I mean that was on 1st down.
Yes, Greensburg will kick off to the Spartans.
This game has just been a wild. I mean, we go scoreless for both teams until like 2 minutes ago in the 4th quarter of this half, and And now it's, you know, an explosion on both sides of the ball.
It's almost as if the Spartans scored too early, isn't it?
You know, it almost feels that way. Yes, it does.
We would have scored with 10
25,
seconds
yeah.
remaining or something.
Yeah.
The boot picked up by Spartan at the 30-yard line, gets to the 36.
Got one timeout.
Big first and 10 for the Spartans.
So you'd almost think that, you know, Kelly's going to put it on the arm of Kelly Jr.
Yes.
I mean, he did well that last series. You know, obviously if the clock stops with an incomplete pass.
Yeah, he'll go to the air and try to find a receiver somewhere.
Well, I think Greensburg's going to probably play for that. Get that deep prevent defense out there.
Comes Spartans breaking from the huddle. First and 10. Around 39-yard line, offside. Spartans jumped too soon, I believe.
Way too soon.
Early on the play.
I can't. Maybe you can do that in the Canadian Football League, but not down here.
5-yard walk off against Connorsville.
Yeah, that was a receiver and the
Still first down.
lineman. Yeah, definitely want to go the other way right here with 21 seconds to go.
Spartans line up. Kelly in a shotgun.
Oh, another one again.
Another flag.
Yeah. I'm not sure if they're not hearing the snap count or.
I'm not sure either.
You know, because that's not just one guy. That's, you know, a couple of guys are going.
There's a 5-yard
And
walk
we got the guy on the end,
against
and well, actually 3 guys were going. So not sure if the centers, you know, who's at fault with this, but it's got to be corrected because, you know, we're you know, first and 20.
I think coaches keep saying, watch the ball.
Right, yeah, yeah.
When the center.
Yeah. But, you know, again, not sure if they're going with a silent count or what they're doing, but it's got to be corrected right here.
Yes. Still first down for Connorsville.
Yeah,
There's Kelly heaving one long that is going to be incomplete at the 46-yard line of Greensburg.
Yeah, stop the clock, 16 seconds to go. You know, you're definitely going to pass on this next one. You know, just not you know, covered well. I mean, you got to throw it up there. You know, I would love to see them connect with the score, obviously. I think that goes without saying.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, because these kids played very hard. They you know, definitely improved from last week's game, and to lose with such a phenomenal play that Greensburg played. You know, that's intercepted.
Greensburg boy wins the battle for the football at the 47-yard line.
Yep, and that's the ball game right there.
Yes.
You know, Greensburg's just going to get the ball again, you know, heaving it up there, and it just, you know.
Yeah, they'll probably take a knee, and this game will.
Oh, yeah, this game will be official.
Be over.
Yeah. Yeah, that.
Certainly a disappointing loss for the Spartans.
Yeah, definitely a disappointing loss for the Spartans. It was a game that you know, they had control of after that first quarter. You know, Kelly went out, kind of disrupted a little bit of our offense. He came back, and then our defense played phenomenally this quarter. I mean, played very, very well. But, you know, again, you know, we got beat by a fantastic play down there in the corner of the end zone.
Yes.
And that was, I mean, it was a nicely defended. It was a perfectly thrown ball by the Greensburg quarterback. I mean, so you can't say that was a mistake that we made to lose this ball game. You know, our defense played very well. At times, our offense started rolling when we were passing, when we spread it out. So I was very happy about that. There's a lot of things we can take away, but again, moral victories only take you so far. You can only, you know, get your head up so high whenever we'll take this away from this loss. As you see the rain still coming down here on the boys, but you know, definitely, Fran, you know, we would have loved to have walked off this field with victory without question.
With 1:23 left to play in the ball game, the Spartans scored a touchdown, and they went up by a 20-17 score, and it looked like it might be a win for the CHS team.
Yeah.
But the defense just wasn't up to stopping this good Greensburg offense.
Yeah, they were a nice offense. I mean, they power running. I mean, again, I said that word many times tonight. Power. They were just very powerful. They ran the ball beautifully. They just kept those legs going, and they chewed up some yards against us. They wore down our defense that way. But again, we got beat by that fantastic play. Nothing that we did wrong.
Yes.
Nothing that we can hang our heads down. They just we forced them to make that play to beat us. And hopefully the boys don't get too down, and because they're not coming back here for 2 weeks.
That's right. They're on the road to Aurora to play South Dearborn in the next ball game, and that'll be followed by a trip to Rushville on the 15th of this month, and then they'll be back home on the 22nd to meet Broad Ripple of Indianapolis. Final score again tonight was Greensburg 24 and the Spartans 20. Our next telecast of Spartan football will be that game with Broad Ripple. For Ron Wiley, this is Fran Schummel thanking you for, as always, watching Spartan Sports on TV3. Good night, everybody.